And when I'm with you, we could go wherever. It's crazy, I don't feel the pressure. So take me with you on a new adventure. Starlight burning in the night sky. This feels like a lifetime moment with you. One day things will turn out better. We could be together. We could be together underneath the stars. We could be together. We could be together. It's starlight burning in the night sky. This feels like a lifetime moment with you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LVT Pro League in partnership with Shopify Rebellion. This is the last, sadly, the last week of Pro League, and but it's the start of this week, and it's gonna be a banger. My name is Active, and alongside me, the handsome man to my right is Tools. How you doing, man?
Yeah, to do the directions. I thought you were gonna pull out the L's. Like, okay, that's the left. This is the right. No, but hey, what's up, guys? Doubleheader this week, but the first match I think is gonna have everyone intrigued. Space Station Gaming going up against OMiT, and remember, this is the newest OMiT roster. Septify in place for Breaking Shot, and it seems like it's official. After going to the OMiT socials, they put out the whole graphic. So congratulations to Septify getting signed and officially joining this OMiT roster.
Oh, let's see what they can do. $1,000 on the line for them. Of course, they did not make it to the land that's coming up next weekend, but they are playing for that 1,000, and they can potentially, upset the seed essentially for SSG. Regardless, it's going to be lethal on your screen to start.
Already towards the sniper, a lot of action, but during all this chaos, Suppress was able to get those rockets and got up on the map. If OMiT doesn't win this sniper side, it could be dangerous, especially Suppress lurking down low. He was able to find another of those rockets up to these two overextenders to stop this flagpole from Eco.
Really great damage onto Huss as well. It pushes him back and allows him, or forces him, I should say, to play in that isolation, try to get that angle, but Stellar's not going to let him stay alive for long. And with that, Eco will continue to run this flag, and you see a bit of support on that end as well. Great job by OMiT, though, doing a tremendous job of stopping this flag time and time again. It's going to be lethal. That once again gets the triple, stops the flag, and on the spotter, the overkill. Lethal starting off hot.
Jump up, fade away, hits the shot. We'll make it number 5. Falcated might just be 6. Lethal completely taking apart Space Station Gaming. And now with Spartan hiding in that elbow, they have a clean run. Hush already halfway through, and Lethal is just not done. 7 in a row now for him as this flag comes back home. OMiT is on the board.
Very strong start here. Great counter cap by the side of OMiT, and it all starts with this man on your screen, and he's not dead yet. 8-2. Yeah, finally goes down, but what a tremendous start by Lethal. Overkill, chaining it into more, and allowing that counter cap to happen.
What really caused all that to come in the first place was a great understanding of OMiT needing to delay, then slay. Their whole job, slowing SSG down. Once they did, they get to their spots, they start to look more efficient. They just have their next flag out. Septify already having it to the bridge, and he did not go down. Septify, if he gets his shield back, he can curve this to the middle of the map. He's gone.
I love the timing right there. You saw getting the chip damage from those nades. Resets that 5-second shield regen timer multiple times. But he understands the spawns, finds the timing, and they're going to get that cap. And on top of that, Huss is on this side and continuing to pressure here. Cap number 2 goes in for OMiT.
Haas has a chance to just continue on the pressure. Not able to get the pull out, but that's the only player alive for SSG. They are trapped on this snipe side at the moment, and with that, OMiT is starting to wrap their way through. Stellar is getting shot right off spawn. There has been unrelenting pressure being put down from OMiT. They are not letting SSG breathe.
And you can see it's happening directly on your screen with Eco, right? Having to watch multiple angles. Not being able to breathe is an understatement, in my opinion. Eco's still alive, though, on the bottom of Snipe, and there is a rocket that is up, so that's very important to pay attention to. Sparty's going to go down, and now SSG gain a bit of footing. It's 3 down for OMiT.
OMiT needs to be careful about going down early here. Septify be feeling that pressure. Big one-on-one. He won't be able to get it. And more importantly, Falcon had stayed alive for a bit longer, forcing OMiT to play back. But Spartan back on the roster, just got a massive double that's going to turn into a third. Sniper Rockets have swapped hands over to OMiT. This flag return looks likely, and a counter might be on its way soon.
Sparty gonna end up getting suppressed as well. Playing the bottom side with that snipe. Rockets
Counters
in his
out.
hands too, and yeah, I think this might be that flag cap. The return comes in. Flag's still on the top of the catwalk, and it's Sparty that has to do something here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to connect on anything. He ends up falling, but Septify comes in and is trying to clean up the pieces.
Such a smart play by Sep. He's not giving them easy fights. He's taking them all one at a time. But Lethal has the flag away. It'll be perfect from OMiT. It started with Lethal. It ends with Lethal.
What a tremendous game. And you saw for a moment there, SSG able to gain that footing, but immediately right after, OMiT steals it away, rips it from their hands. And it all started with that clip, Lethal, the overkill that just facilitated that counter cap. It was beautiful.
And let's take a look at this overkill, right? Because this is just fantastic. As Stellar was trying to do his best to hit these shots, I was really impressed with OMiT's Septify and Spartan as they were holding back these players, letting Lethal come off a spawn, eventually get to this spot, and then the confidence in this shot. Boom! Overkill from midair. Take it back, looking like Dirk, swishing it from the mid-range. Fantastic clip by Lethal.
And he continues too. That's the crazy part, right? Ends up getting a couple kills after that. What a tremendous game. And you saw it reverberate throughout the rest of the team, Tools. I mean, once that overkill went in, everyone just started playing on a pace that was connected. But can they do it here in game number 2? I mean, I'm going to be honest. I expected this to be very much so in favor of SSG. They've looked really solid. OMiT, obviously, 0-6 right now. I did not expect the fire that came through from OMiT, and what a time to do it right. Play a bit of gatekeeper on the seeds. Do what you can to ruffle the feathers, and also maybe get a cool $1,000 if you're able to close this out. Game number 2, Live Fire Slayer.
The last couple months for OMiT have been about finding the pieces, getting it to mesh together. We might have just seen the first cog fall into place. Now, can they get the next, right? Finishing off a best of 7 against a very good team in Space Station Gaming. OMiT have the chance to give themselves some much needed confidence coming into the next land.
Well, here we go. It continues on. You see 2 down for Space Station Gaming and a 3-kill lead already for OMiT. Lethal, man, this is someone I want to watch a little bit on the right side of that peak, but I definitely want to watch him heavily throughout this game if he continues on the tear that he had from last game. Camo is up though, and it will be, I believe, SSG that gets that. You see the numbers advantage on that A side, especially the control of the C side. This camo, when you kill Sparty, should be free here for Space Station Gaming.
Really well coordinated from all players on Space Station. They're not trying to do anything too much by themselves. Instead, everyone working on getting connected, finding their collapse, and now they have OMiT trapped at the back of green with a camo, a sniper in play, and Eco ready to pressure in from the outside. This is perfect.
I think there's an important player on that right side, though, towards the brutes. There's 2. Make that 3 on the back of B. Those players will be cleared out. Falcon is going in, and it's clean. It's a clean 3 dead, and that was that off player right there. It was Septify on the brute side, not really able to find the disturbance that he wanted to on that break.
And with that, OMiT's in danger of being recycled here. They need to get out of this position. Septify might have just bought some breathing room, but Oh, if he would have gotten the second. Thanks Shopify there, because he came in just in time, and the confidence to take the reach out. Oh my! He almost fired suppressed, but the damage is done, and now it's OMiT that's surging forward.
Yeah, I mean, look at Shopify starting off this game 5-2. We talk about him, and we have talked about him in the past couple of seasons being one of the best Slayer players in the game, and that's something that he brings to this OMiT roster, right? Brings their Slayer game up another level, another notch, so to speak. There is, though, camo coming up in 20 seconds here. That's going to be a point of contention, and it is SSG continuing to reel forward. But Sparty, he's going to go down as well as SSG takes B.
The big moments for Space Station is just how they're connecting with each other. They're not really trying to take any fights by themselves at the moment. They're doing a really great job of coordinating. The frustrations for Space Station has been how well OMiT has been able to trade out in some of these situations where usually a trade's not found. Some big moments where individuals are getting kills, but if it keeps going at this trend, it's not going to get any better. It's going to be 2, and Lethal just able to stop the triple kill, but it's still Space Station that take a considerable lead. Now 6 kills in the advantage.
6 kills. Continuing on here. OMiT had to find some sort of a foothold. Sniper is coming up. Shopify at the bottom of tower. He finds the first kill. He's going to go down, though, with the trade. But you see in the kill feed, it's going to be Huss that gets that perfect. Make that a double onto Stellar. It will be within 5, but SSG getting those trades keeps this pretty much one-sided in their favor.
So far, Shopify has been the one that's bringing a lot of that opening damage, getting those kills. Ooh, my Huss. If he lives, no, too much damage coming around, but the trade's not through either. A rare miss from Shopify there. That felt like an opening that OMiT needed, but Space Station able to close that door. They're going to be the ones in control and now pressuring the spawns of OMiT.
And closing the door is a great way to force stop that momentum. That's exactly what SSG have done. Still a 6-kill lead. They've just approached and hit that 31 kill mark. And it's about SSG continuing to stagger these spawners. Lethal's going to be on the safe side, but Falcated finds himself between a rock and a hard place, and because of that, he'll go down, and you can see the momentum shift in this very moment.
Oh, tough play, suppressed. Good timing on that back rank flank. Was able to get to Lethal and get that kill before anyone from SSG falls. Keeping that lead in place, and that sniper eventually moving itself back into Space Station's hands. One shot for Falcated, looking for a head.
Huss ends up in that window side. Eco gets a kill in the feed. Sparty spawns back there as well. He's the one to go down with that sniper. He's going to spawn immediately. Not going to be able to get anything done, though. Huss does get a kill. But look how fast SSG are to swarm here. They do it time and time again. They find the isolated players and attempt to take them out. But you can see the kill feed there. It's lit up in blue, and it's because OMiT are getting some clean kills. No trades for them. It's another one onto Eco. That was clean. Still, though, all that work, and we're within 6.
And really, this lead has just not been budging. OMiT need to find trades that are, I mean, not trades, but rather clean kills. That's been their problem. So far, SSG, they've been the ones getting that first entry for most of these fights. And then it's up to OMiT to try to stabilize. They need an effort in which they create an unstable position for Space Station to play out of. And with these camos continuing going to SSG, it looks unlikely at this point that OMiT's going to be able to accomplish that.
Huss, oh, doing the jump, ends up going down anyway. He had a QT, was trying to get fancy with it, but he's going to go down. This camo, it's going to do work here, 44-37. And still SSG very comfortable with that kill on the Lethal. This looks nearly impossible to come back from here for OMiT.
Where did that nade come from? Huss getting a nade kill from across the map. That was like perfectly placed as well. That might be the opening they needed. It's a 6-kill deficit. If they can find a clean wipe here, that's their chance to get back into this game.
They've got to push these 2 players, though, and unfortunately, the timing's not there. They're going to allow them to spawn pretty cleanly on this B and A side.
No trades. No trades.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Lethal gets another kill. No trade whatsoever. 4 kills, but there's Stellar with a kill in the feed. Huss gets 1, but gosh, it's 47-43. At 4 kills, they've cut the lead, but they still have a lot of work to do.
Great play by Huss. He was up in the front lines. Dangerous position, but that was the only death they could really afford from here on out. Space Station gets to 49. This feels like an impossible task now.
Yeah, 1 is all they need. Falcon is going to go for QT's back. Stellar, there's the perfect onto Sparty. to end the game, and SSG will tie up the series at 1.
I'm still, we get through SSG. I will say, fantastic game from them, just keeping that 6-kill lead for, the majority of that game. We saw them get 6, and they never let OMiT shave it down from there. I will say, there were moments where I felt like OMiT was about to break through. It just didn't quite work out. I think back to Eco's camo at the very end. I had no idea where that nade came from, but it felt like it was maybe that opening OMiT was looking for. Fantastic effort by SSG not letting that get to them. I really love this play where you see Falcon shooting down on it. It's like, where to go? Where does this nade come from, man? You get one over there. OMiT's it's Huss is on the other side. Like,
yeah, he just pops it right here, I think, off the bank.
We don't get to see it. I'm still flabbergasted by, like, where does that nade come from? Either way, game 3 gonna be on its way.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, OMiT, if you missed it, if you're just joining us, welcome. Don't be late tomorrow, okay? Or else you're fired. That's right. But game 1 going in OMiT's favor. 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. 3-0 on Origin flag for OMiT. They come in the Slayer, make it pretty close, but now we go to game 3. It is strongholds on recharge.
With that, you see Space Station opting to be a little bit more passive on the camo itself. Playing a bit back, Spartan trying to take advantage of that, goes right through, dodges the camo, doesn't want to give away that position, instead wants to get aggressive on the rest of SSG, but a lot of damage going down, those kills not necessarily following. Spartan finally gets the first, he needs to hold off the rest. Out of ammo, Suppress gets the kill, but camo seemingly picked up in the process. Maybe a player from OMiT getting away with it?
Potentially a couple of missed crucial shots there on his party. Yep, there it is. They lose A, but you see Septify understanding. He's got to get this A side back. And there, oh, wow. There's no way Suppressed sitting in such a cheeky corner just ends up getting the kill. That's camo off the map and more points scored for SSG.
SSG has a couple options. They can stay back or they can play aggressive for the total control, and that's what Stellar does. It's never a question when he's on screen. He's always going to play for that trip cap. They're going to pressure C, and Stellar wanting to take this shot. If they move to the door, goodbye, your head. Killing spree. Stellar not missing right now with the shot.
Yeah, I mean, study the reticle. It's just incredible to see. You see, if you ever get the chance to play one of these players and you see their reticle slow down in front of you, do something, move, do whatever you can, because they're lining up that shot, and Stellar has not missed whatsoever. Gets another double 3 down for OMiT. Huss tries to get the kill, and he succeeds. That's going to be 1 kill onto Stellar, which means C should be OMiT's.
Yeah, but the A spawns come through. It should be quickly transferred into Space Station's hands, and scoring will continue. Although he's already through the pipes. Interesting play not to try to continue the control in the pipes, instead playing out towards the open. Wants to get this kill onto Suppress, but not able to do so. The reason I was a bit surprised by that is you have 2 options, right? You either try to push through the pipes and work an entry for your team, or you need to be helping your other teammate work on that cross. Suppress put them in a really awkward spot there, and because of it, that forward player goes down. OMiT, not able to keep their numbers up on the map, are now in danger of getting trip capped once again, as you feel SSG wanting to get that pressure.
Well, the overextender is the most important here. It's going to be Haas, right? Goes in, has one job. It's to eliminate Suppressed on the glass side. It's Suppressed that does understand that, though. He's not going to understand it well enough. Haas going to get that kill. Beautiful nade, but Eco comes in and once again fills the gap. It's going to be double cap still for SSG and 17 points scored.
Love the thought process from Huss there, right? He got through, he got the kill. He just needed to delay his timing a little bit. Get those shields back so he can have a fair fight against Eco. That was one where I think he'd be very confident in if he had his shields there. Instead, OMiT's going to have to play a bit scrappy. B's going back to their hands. Septify. No, B got stopped. Stellar gets the kill onto Huss. This total control could be back-breaking for OMiT.
Yeah, Sparty ends up getting that trade onto Stellar, but you can see that triple cap is locked in, and honestly, Sparty doesn't really have any options here. Lethal spawns on the long haul side. Sparty's got to find a way out towards pipe door, but there's 2 players in front of him, and that's the bait and switch you're not looking to see. Lethal, though, great job cleaning up that kill. Can potentially get falcated here in the batteries, and now it looks like OMiT gain a bit of that control back. Can they get that shot, and can they take out Stellar on the back of C? Yes, Septify does.
Yeah, Shopify gets that, but I think he only got it because Stellar was out of bullets. If he had another one in, I don't know. I think Stellar might have gotten that kill. Either way, it's still not a point on board for OMiT. They have not been able to get two at the same time. Their last chance probably comes at this camouflage that spawns up right now.
Well, Shopify getting A. That camo, like you said, is up. I had a feeling too. He's getting contested here. A is going to be reset immediately. Suppressed is the one to get that camo on the side of Space Station Gaming. Will OMiT score a point here is the question. Yes, obviously, if they can turn the switch, if they can flip that switch, they could bring this back. Strongholds is always a game that you're able to do so, but Huss going down here with a perfect. Shopify getting traded there. 3 down for OMiT. This looks like this might be it, Tools.
Yeah, they might be able to get a spawn in time just to get into B, but with C switching hands right away, they're still just going to be on a clock, right? They cannot slow down, and you see how Huss just has to basically fly through. And it's like, yeah, it's not a good play, but it's the only play, and that's what Space Station earns by having such a dominant game, is they force OMiT into those bad plays. And I mean, Slay's just come out to be a big difference. I really felt like some of those perimeter one-on-ones made a huge difference that game, and Space Station just wasn't losing them.
That's a statement being made by Space Station Gaming right there. And my goodness, what can you really do? As we take a look at the stats here, I kind of just want to see. You can see obviously heavily outslayed, but it was across the board. Really, no one able to make anything happen whatsoever. And it's just, again, the pressure out of SSG, continuous pressure that, you know, didn't allow OMiT to move whatsoever.
Yeah, I think a couple of big plays by Stellar and Suppress really made a difference in that game. Remember what Stellar did early with the shock rifle. I kind of set the pace of what was going to happen. And then Suppress, anytime it felt like OMiT was going to have their chance to get into a hill, like this moment, he finds just the best play possible, right? Like that's tough to deal with when you have a player that's always finding those crucial one-on-one, one-on-two fights that is going their way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we go to King of the Hill on Lattice. And we've talked about this map many times, the newest addition to the HCS, and honestly, a welcomed addition by a lot of the top teams and a lot of the community. The only questionable thing is the spawns at the very moment, but those are quick and easy to fix. So very excited to see where this map goes. But regardless, very competitive. We'll see if OMiT can do anything to bring this momentum back in their favor. Right now, looks like SSG doing everything they can to close this out quickly.
Got a couple players in the top mid. All 4 go down, I should say, for OMiT. Nothing starting off good for them, and that might give SSG time to get that sniper. No, they're going to opt to play very defensively off that 4 down, not trying to go for that sniper right away. Instead, it'll be bait that OMiT might just take.
I really like that, though. You can see like all 3 lanes being pushed there to get that snipe, but it didn't work out in their favor whatsoever. OMiT go 3 down, sniper off the map. You can see Suppress scanning for it. He's not going to find it. Because of that, he'll double back.
That's interesting to think about, right? Because Spartan, he forces that sniper grab, but I guess I don't hate it because he throws the sniper off. It's going to stop Space Station from taking what is already strong map control and being able to spiral it into something more, right? Now OMiT, they're probably not going to worry about this hill. You see all that pressure coming on that top side. They're more focused on trying to rotate themselves into that next rotation. And so far, they're well positioned. It's just going to come down to execution on these slays.
Suppressed. Gonna try and get these slays alongside of Stellar. There's Sparty that goes down first. Beautiful nade by Stellar. That's gonna take out us. And now Shopify trying to do all he can with Lethal here. They double up once again on the hill. And with SSG, oh my gosh, it's Lethal once again. The triple kill. He wants to go for the 4th, but I like the play to stay alive here. It's gonna be OMiT now in that hill.
I shouldn't say I don't like the play because I'd rather see him challenge for the over, but it is the smart play. It's probably the more apt description. Space Station, though, I like their decision making. They're going to send everyone to that ice side that was available. They'll try to break that open, and then while that damage is happening, you see the players coming in from the top. So a 2-2 split where the backside opening allows those players on the strong side to come through and eventually flip out those spawns. Really smart play by Space Station.
How are OMiT going to answer back here? They've got a bit of hill. in this second hill. We've got a bit of time. Us gonna do all he can to utilize this quantum translocator. He'll get the first kill onto Stellar. It's gonna be 3 dead for SSG and an opportunity for OMiT to get even more time on this hill. And look at the overextension by Sanctify. He's gonna get caught out.
So good by Falcated. He just knows the routing to take there to keep himself in fights. He's the last player alive for SSG, but he's able to get 2. And with that, OMiT not able to stand into this hill. Now they still have this ability to contest, but it doesn't necessarily favor them here. Instead, us not having any help from here on out, and will be surrounded by players in yellow. SSG have been very efficient on their breaks thus far.
I just feel like OMiT are consistently playing uncomfortable, and that's just due to the fact that SSG and those breaks are consistently just being just forcing them and making sure to have that numbers advantage, making sure to push all the lanes at the same time. Regardless, SSG finding their way to attempt to get this second hill. There's a couple kills on the feed though, and now OMiT are pushing up.
I think SSG might have been a little bit too comfortable on trying to play for next. You saw those 2 players at ice move all the way to those A boxes. During that time, OMiT never gave up on this hill. They'll have a last-second chance. Suppress, able to get the first, but no one moves space station there in time. OMiT take advantage of the early rotation. They are able to find a tying hill here.
And it's been the story time and time again. The big kill that comes out of Lethal. That's another one. Has 5 bullets to work with inside. The snipe gets one onto Stellar. Nice and clean. Wants to line it up, and he gets it as well. What is Lethal eating today? Like, what is happening? This man is on fire all day long. This series has been lethal all day.
Feed him the sniper if you're OMiT. Like, there's no one else that should be taking that responsibility right now. Spartan, how is Spartan alive? Okay, there we go. Someone finally comes in. Eco able to find that kill. They do eventually break the setup. OMiT feels like their series today is largely going to depend on Lethal. If he's able to maintain these incredible clips, these important triple kills, he's had 2 of them in this game thus far, that's when they find their moments. That's when they've been able to break in.
The triple kills, the single kills that have been impactful as well. What's on board with Sparty, though? We know what he's capable of, but has to pick it up just a bit. Having a bit of a slow start to the series. There's the opening. He is the last player alive, though, and it will be SSG once again. That score.
Stellar just doing a good job cutting off the map, giving that info through. Spartan knowing that he's not going to be able to stop those spawns in time. That's going to be the second kill for Space Station Gaming. And with that, dude, that's a perfect kill at the commando from decent range right there. And sometimes it takes great kills like that to provide an opening. OMiT not trying to waste any of it. They immediately break through. They just have one more player to deal with. You know, every shot connected with the commando the first time. I think almost every shot missed that time for us, but eventually the kill comes through, and OMiT getting some much needed time.
Now suppressing Eco though. Got the green room spawns. We'll see if Huss is able to live here. No, he gets one though. That's going to matter in the grand scheme of things. It is SSG that push up. They do have 2 down. It's going to be Sanctify that tries to do all he can to get damage onto Stellar. Stellar is going to intelligently stay alive here, cut the angle onto Lethal. He's somehow getting shot through the pipes, though. He goes down. Lethal finds him. And that's going to be another big kill that opens up this entire side of the map. Can they get more, though? It's a lot more to be done. Sanctify gets one. Another one goes into Sanctify. That's a double for him. But somehow OMiT not able to find any way inside this hill. And Falcon is still doing damage.
The play by Spartan. He's playing deep into here. The last time their position got broke because Space Station got despawned where this fight's happening. They're trying to coordinate themselves, make sure that pressure can't come through. And now with Huss having sniper as well, basically play it perfectly. Suppress last alive, and he's one shot. They get the kill, right? But yep. I think in the grand scheme of things, and it might not matter on this hill, those are kind of the deaths that you gotta try to minimize, right? There's no reason for Suppress to get that trade. He's last alive. You have 4 players alive. Like, let one of your teammates get that kill.
Sanctify though. Finds himself inside the hill. Stellar goes down. It's a beautiful kill. Gets out of the hill here. Has to find Falcade. It is Eco as well. Both of them pressuring. Sanctify still alive. Not able to get the body shot onto one, but you see Lethal and Huss doubling up. They've got to finish off this hill. It's a few ticks and they'll get it. And they'll tie up this game at 2.
And so far we've seen the successful breaks on getting to this catwalk and getting players out of position have largely come from that crystal room. that's where the pushes have been successfully suppressed. It's just not losing fights at the top catwalk right now, and he's gonna find another one. This hill is not over yet. Space Station is well set up. You see OMiT spawning on that far low red side. This could be dangerous. This next round of slays could tell you everything you need to know about this hill.
Great.
Maybe a bit overconfident there.
Yeah, great kill by Sparty there. 2 players on that catwalk side, forced out of the hill though. Sparty's got to take a solid angle to get damage onto one. You see, great job of cutting the angle onto both, but they're going to double peek. There's some pressure coming out the bottom side. Lethal's going to get that cleanup kill. This should be the hill for them here without Eco doing something crazy. All 4 dead SSG.
That was really fantastic from OMiT, recognizing what angle Space Station was watching. They didn't have anyone down low, and that largely comes from suppressed dying early on, that they just kind of sent all their entry pressure down below while the distraction came up high. Able to coordinate themselves, get that break, and they're well set up for this next hill. If they can find these slays, it might be in a good chance. But Septify lasts alive. There's 3 players chasing him out. Space Station, they've been very efficient on their breaks today. That's not stopping.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Septify. Great job dying quickly there, at least so that he can spawn up with his teammates. But unfortunately, it's going to be SSG. Once again, very aggressive. Get the first kill onto Sparty, and they'll get a ton of time because of that. Lethal, 1v1. Falcated takes him out. Husk gets a trade in the feed, and there's a lot of pressure on that top side. So it might be OMiT that get those spawns potentially here. Lethal should spawn on that side of the map, but Falcated making it mixy once again, as he always does. Sparty this time, though, is going to come out on top and get the kill.
Hey, he tried to enter the gate, but you know how it is when you have an aggressive dog on the other side, and immediately went on to the attack, got that kill, but Lethal last alive, and SSG were able to work off those favorable spawns to get that break. And this is, you see that blue room spawn from OMiT? That might be enough to reinforce in time. 2 players here. They need to find both the kills. Septify opens up with 2. The favorable spawns might just get them the break. 3 go down. OMiT stabilizing from what felt like a defeatist position.
But again, Suppressed somehow gets that kill. He's going to end up going down, but I just feel like that kill onto Lethal is going to be big. They got to take out Falcated fast, and they do. It's 2 down for SSG. 1 does spawn. The hill goes in OMiT's favor. They lead 3-2.
Look at this. Spartan on the opposite side playing in isolation with Snipe was just perfectly able to pick off those angles. Really fantastic positioning on the map right now for OMiT. Space Station's really in danger of letting this hill go early, especially if they let Spartan just continually pick off players left and right.
Oh my gosh! What? No way! No way! He threw that out. He was just throwing that one out. There's no way. My goodness, Sparty, 15, 11, and 16.
Shout out to Eco giving his life to let Stellar stay alive while one shot by the stairs. OMiT, though, not able to get as much time as you maybe anticipate off those plays. In fact, only about like 10-ish seconds onto that hill. Space Station been making this a little bit more difficult for OMiT, but OMiT at this point no longer going to focus in on that hill. To them, it's about to play time. 30 seconds of neutral clock to play with. It's up to SSG to get in, and Septify playing those unorthodox angles. There are about 1,800 corners for you to sit around in this room. Finds the right one in that situation.
Oh, there it is. A bit of a trade there. That fight previous as well. Lethal on top of that platform. I mean, it's such a difficult fight for him to win. He just perfects it. 28-17 out of Lethal. Stellar trying to find an opening here, trying to get inside this hill. Uses that shroud screen to delay time just a bit. The slay come out though. Lethal goes down. Husk goes down as well. This is not over, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple trades that come out in the kill feed. It's a 2v2 situation. Septify is going to get a triple that closes things out for them, but Sparty cleans it up. And my goodness gracious, what a way to end it right there. OMiT are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen.
They look like a completely different team on the second half. It was great to see Spartan starting to come to life a little bit at the end. Septify building a kind of a baseline slay that's working well for the team, but most importantly, it feels like Lethal is playing at his best at the moment. He had 29 kills at the end of this game, and obviously that was a big reason to their success. Get ready to watch it. This was just such a fun sniper life because he eventually gets caught out here, and I like this, like the way he plays this, right? Because he's gonna find Falcated And then he comes back to try to clean up Stellar. Stellar does a great job of staying alive. He takes us down. He's like, I'm not giving you guys this. Boom. Rips the head. This is such a sick clip.
My gosh, dude. That was disgusting. Yeah, that was just nuts. Wasting ammo and hitting that shot at the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone. And then that fight right there. That's so difficult, by the way. On that platform, that close, height advantage, like shooting down.
This was actually huge. You see Septify? He's just sitting in this corner. He just like, he's by himself, getting 2 kills there, finding that triple, and eventually like letting his team come through. Really impressed with Septify's play, but look at Lethal. I mean, he's a monster right now.
Dude, 7,800 damage is insane. Like, that is nuts. Wow, what a good game by Lethal there. And if he continues on this tear, you talked about it earlier, and I 100% agree. If he can continue to play like this, OMiT have a huge chance in this series. We go to game 5 in a best of 7, of course. This is for $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. And if SSG, win this, it's their seeding that's on the line as well. But OMiT playing for that $1,000, playing for practice, playing, these high stakes. These high stakes best of 7s are great practice for the roster. They get a lot of value out of this. You can go back in the VOD, learn a lot from it as well. But here we go. It's game 5. It's going to be Street Slayer.
Slayer's very important in these BO7 series, right? I feel like every time we see a team just be more consistent on the Slayers, they've been able to take out the series. I think back to Salt Lake City and what Shopify Rebellion was able to do because they won 3 Slayers against OpTic Gaming. Space Station, they're able to take that first. OMiT, I think this is almost a must-win situation for them. If they can take a 3-2 lead and have the confidence in the Slayer, that's where things can start to go right, and things looking good off the start. Septify able to get 2, but more importantly, the red gun going into the hands of Lethal. That's someone that you certainly want to give all the power weapons, it seems like, today.
That starting strat from Septify is just hours and hours of practice and understanding that timing. Just a perfect day to open things up. But like you said, Falcated and SSG are going to have the advantage here. They get that camo. OMiT have a 2-kill lead, but what is this camo going to do? Again, it's 45 seconds now. It's been buffed up. If you haven't kept up with the scene, and it's honestly devastating. If you're not able to get control of these in the Slayers, you'll put yourself at a disadvantage. And Falcon, my goodness, he gets that kill.
Now, the change that we've seen basically overnight with this camo change has been pretty fun to watch, in my opinion. This camo is essentially the most important thing on the map at all points in time, especially in the Slayers. Now, I think on an objective, you can make a case for the other weapons on the map still, but this camo is important. Falcated getting caught by Huss, though. That repulse saving his life, and with that, things look a bit tougher than anticipated.
That nade from Suppressed. Stellar comes in. Great shot. Cleans up 1. Huss, though, gonna win the fight once again. Gets a double. Looking for Suppressed, who's definitely not on this side of the map. Falcated on the Cafe side as well, so Huss really not in much trouble here. Lethal gets the double beat down on the Suppressed. Another kill by Huss, and it's a 4-kill lead. Make that 3-kill lead by the side of OMiT.
Double kill.
Stellar, that's a big double there. He might just be able to get Sep as well. Sep, though, able to find 1, and by the time the challenges happened, whoa, Stellar just checked every corner but the right one. Septify was making himself a hard kill. You're seeing how chaotic it was during that whole sequencing. As that camouflage was coming up, everyone was engaged in fights. At the end of it, OMiT takes that 1-kill lead.
Falcated once again in a 1v1. Septify, he's going to find himself traded out there by Stellar. OMiT hold on to that lead for just a moment here. A couple good shots out of Suppress, takes out Sparty, and Suppress will continue to utilize his camo, but Huss ends up taking him out. So a great kill by Huss, cuts down the camo with about 15 to 20 seconds remaining in it, and it's exactly what you want to do. See Spartan trying to get through the back. Oh, just such a fortunate timing for him there. Not able to get that kill. And with it, OMiT is gonna, I was gonna say probably need to slow themselves down, but look at Septify. He ran through, and I don't know if SSG spotted that. This could be backbreaking for SSG if Septify's flank comes to fruition. Eco gets 2 in the feed though, and Septify now the last player alive. Lethal using that side to shoot through it and get shots onto Suppressed, I believe it was nasty. Falcated, beautiful nade by Septify right there. 3 kill deficit by Space Station Gaming, and OMiT are holding on to this. A little bit of a different story than what we saw in that game number 2 Slayer, where Space Station Gaming were in control the entire time.
Septify has another option to be aggressive. He has been kind of loving these forward positions. He's building a lot of tension on the map, and he's just fighting natural flanks. Eco runs out. He has no reason to anticipate someone over by the trash cans, and those easy picks, right? The ones that you don't have to work for can be the difference in these Slayers.
I don't think he knew that that B lane wasn't being watched. I believe it was Sparty that was potentially backed up in a tire, so he ends up going down. But that fight, my goodness, another trade comes out. 5 kills, make that 4. The lead for OMiT still.
That felt like OMiT's chance to run away with this game. Big trade out from Eco, stopping that Camel from going any further with it. It's been trade for trade style, but a 2 kill deficit that SSG can make up here, especially with OMiT being 3 down. Dangerous situation for the spawners, and you can see Septify completely isolated off his spawn. Immediately is taken care of. SSG starting to find untraded kills.
SSG forward and pushing on the B side, but there is a flank coming onto that A side.
Oh, Huss is re-challenging.
Oh, no way. It's kind of nuts. There is that push from Cafe as well, though, that happens on the back of A, and it breaks everything apart here. They're able to get that 2 kill lead or maintain it, but trades and nades keep flying. Septify gets another one onto Stellar, has to back up, has to get his shields back here as he is down to half, but he will continue to reach out. He's got help from Lethal. This is some beautiful teamwork by OMiT.
Oh, Lethal! Oh my! Eco just got that kill, but he's... Wait, Eco's alive? Okay, there we go. Someone finally gets him, but Eco staying alive might have bought enough time for Suppress to get out those trades, and what was one trade might turn to more as Suppress gets a second. Wow, OMiT felt like that was a dominant position for them, but things aren't turning the way they should. Instead, SSG have made up the difference. It's 44-all.
Yeah, a little bit overextended there by Sparty trying to find a way into PD, but there was too much pressure from SSG. The pace is too fast, and OMiT go 3 down. And now they're down by 1 kill. SSG have control of the map, but that purple side is where OMiT will be spawning. Suppress doesn't really have to watch C. He understands where the pressure's coming from. Trades go in the feed. SSG are at 48. A 2 kill lead by them. OMiT had control the entire game, and now they have 49.
Wow, and with that, just 1 kill to go. Falcated has the chance to end it here. This red gun. Oh, Stellar's flank's coming through. Oh, no.
You gotta be careful.
There's nowhere for them to go.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I think that game is lost when Eco stays alive for that extra 5-6 seconds. Wow, what a crazy game of Slayer to start with. I felt like OMiT were in control at the end of the game, but Eco was able to stay alive at the back of A when there was 3 players surrounding him. And I think what we saw in Origin Flag from OMiT that started their, upward trend was that delay then slay mentality, right? They're able to delay Space Station, then they got their kills. We saw reverse that time where Eco finding the delay by staying alive at back A, then provided the opportunity for slays as Suppress came through the back, was able to find a double kill, ruining that setup that OMiT had, and with it, giving SSG a 3-2 lead. And those Slayers, they're important in these BO7s.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 7, so still a chance for OMiT to bring this back. SSG do have that lead, and this is match point for them. Oddball live fire, strenuous, long, and we'll see who comes out on top at the end of it. I just towards the end of that Slayer game, what I was seeing was just like a lot of like overextensions, right? You have that B side lane, you have that purple side lane, you're extending too far, and something that have to change in this game is to not allow those overextensions, not, make sure you're kind of playing a bit tighter. Right now, Huss gets that first kill, and he gets a second one on to Stellar, but Suppress has that snipe to counteract things, and Huss is the man he's going to challenge, but beautiful once again by Septify to get that kill.
Now with that early snipe switching back over to OMiT, you You can see Space Station not really putting a lot of emphasis on the camo. In fact, Suppress just spawns on it. Oh no, OMiT didn't want to put pressure onto that camo. I think they anticipated many players sitting there, but it was so open that Suppress just spawned on it. And now things are spiraling out of control for OMiT.
Curious if they were anticipating that B spawn. They had full control. Unfortunately, though, like you said, Suppress getting that camo, and you can see he's still alive, and he's been able to do a real good amount of damage here so far. He's got an overextension. He's got some presence on that C side if he wants to take it, but you see the pressure from OMiT on the bottom of pillars here. Suppress has that camo, maybe looking for that snipe as well. It is picked up by his teammate. He'll go and use his bandit. Great target acquisition there to clean up that one shot. But here comes Eco. He's got the snipe and he's putting it to work.
Made that snipe shot look real easy. That was not an easy shot by any means, but kill comes through. Space Station trying to collapse in on all angles. I love the way that they're crashing through lanes. They are very spread out on the map, but they're still connected, and with it, OMiT's never really been comfortable. You can see that discomfort comes through once again for Spartan. Nowhere for him to run. Septify dealing with the same fate, and OMiT struggling on just being able to live longer than a couple seconds because of these complementary angles Space Station has.
They've got those angles. They've got the C-side set up. All three of OMiT on the outside of camo. Lethal playing a different angle. He's going to go down to Falcated. And that push will happen, but again, one by one they fall. The ball is played, but the great defensive hold by SSG. Unfortunately, though, they do allow that play ball to happen, so OMiT have another chance to get some slays and potentially get this ball rotated.
Oh, that's the big thing, is the slays. They're just not getting them. With it, SSG getting that ball time necessary. Camo, I feel like this camo is a must grab for OMiT. They're well set up right now, but they don't necessarily have the firepower to grab it. You see Us plays through the camo instead of going for it because of that.
Tries to get that spawn for his teammate. Eco, though, finds a way once again. And again, it's OMiT that think they have control of that camo side of the map. Eco finds a way, a different route, gets the kill. No trade happens. And now SSG are going to be able to utilize this camo once again to get more points on the board with that ball. He is finally traded out, but my goodness, the damage was done.
Whoa, that was an interesting one, but that nade, it did stick. It just took a while for it to blow up there. What it feels like right now is if this was a game of chess, Space Station just keeps throwing their pieces into the middle of the board, but they're not necessarily trying to force OMiT into plays. Instead, they're relying on OMiT to try to break the tension. They're relying on OMiT to play into these traps, and a lot of the times it's led to easy kills. As they start to push forward, players from Space Station find these unorthodox angles. They get those first couple kills and they crash in on the rest as Suppress comes through, right? He's pressuring what remains, and OMiT never getting comfortable because of it. I mean, this has been just fantastic as Stellar rips the head. I am loving every second of how Space Station has played this ball for the last couple minutes.
Oh, he won. Oh, okay. A couple challenges too many, but he's going to end up getting his shields back regardless. 76 points and counting here for SSG. Lethal still trying to find a way through. Lethal's going to continue to peek and continue to chow. He'll get the kill. Huss will get a kill, and that's a clean break. 3 down for SSG. Will OMiT be able to rotate this ball in time?
First time this game that OMiT's just had a setup, period. Like, they're not having to deal with that pressure to Suppress. He opens up the game once again with a double kill. It feels like he's a walking multi-kill at the moment, and OMiT needs to find a solution to him in particular. Every time it feels like something starts to go right, Suppress has been there to create some sort of chaotic element.
Look at SSG, though, within the chaos, still getting that ball rotated over to the brute ramp. And so much damage was done, but they find themselves 2 down, and maybe that rotation and that force not so clean. Because of that, OMiT will get that ball rotation over to A. Now they'll be able to work on some more ball time, but you can see the elephant in the room. It's that camo that's coming up very shortly, and guess who's got control of that entire side of the map, along with the kills that they're looking for. The ball rotation comes to B. Can the play ball happen? Yes, it does. The play ball goes in, but 4 go down for OMiT.
Space Station is just playing basically perfect Halo at the moment. I love the way that they're collapsing in on OMiT. They occupy every lane on the map. There's just nowhere to escape a lot of these times for OMiT. Okay. If there's an X factor to get you back into it, we saw Lethal, right? He had crazy plays throughout this entire series, he might have just earned OMiT a second chance with that perfect shot onto a camouflage player. OMiT needs to take advantage of this opportunity and get something going.
Yeah, they got 3 down, but that ball was not picked up until just now. Don't have the timing. Trying to do the damage as well. You can see they're getting a couple of slays, but that's it.
I like that Hus. He wanted to play that ball, but he tried to delay how he could play it to let the spawners come up. But at the end of the day, if you're not finding slays, it's not an easy game. Stellar feeling a lot of pressure. He comes back to double back. Septify will earn 2 because of it, but during the whole chaos, Suppress gets through the back ranks. He'll have Sniper, although last alive. This could be the chance OMiT's waiting for. Oh man, dude, how does he get away with that? Oh, he's still getting damaged.
Yeah, this is bad. That's what I'm saying. This is bad. He's the last player alive. Once again, the last player inside of A gets 2 kills, gets a body shot as well, and is still alive to tell the story. This is the problem right here. They're just not able to take him out. And all the while, guess what? SSG continues to score. 9 points is all that's needed for them to close out round number 1. Sparty gets that kill on the Falcon. It stops that ball time from happening. And Hus is going to get that ball, but goodness me, there's B spawns happening. The A spawners are there as well, and now OMiT have to reslay.
That might be a chance, though. OMiT able to catch Stellar. He was trying to just charge forward off his spawn. The numbers weren't there yet for SSG as he went down. But they get the first pick. They're coming through. Hus is going to feel this pressure soon. Start to see all the players of SSG springing forward on the map.
The trade isn't as good enough for now, but Septify gets that late A spawn. And because of that, the play ball comes out. Maybe attempting to force the spawns onto B, but the slays, once again, not in OMiT's favor. SSG continuing to get these kills. Stellar gets another one onto Sparty. Lethal, though, the X Factor you talked about. Gonna get that trade. Nico's gonna play his life, and that ball will stay there with 19 seconds of neutral time left. They have to do something quick, and SSG, I mean, they're pretty much closing this one out.
Lethal is basically trying to act like 300 Spartans in that small pass through Thermopylae, but there was nothing to be found there. It's just too much for him to handle. Essentially, a massive army comes through, and SSG finding those kills and eventually running that clock out, getting those final seconds, but it felt like the snipers, the play from Space Station was just too much for them to handle. And Stellar, it's just, he was great with the power weapons. Suppressed has been next level with some of his plays that he's been making. Just been such a frustrating kill.
Yeah, it's the last player alive. So many impactful kills. Gets another one on Septify. Yep.
Yeah,
another one on a Hus. He's just he doesn't stop. Stellar. He's gonna do his own thing with this snipe. Beautiful double out of him, and it'll be 3 down for OMiT once again.
Yeah, I mean, that's what OMiT's been dealing with all game long. You got Suppress getting 2 kills in the feed, and then by the time you're getting ready to deal with him, you got Stellar with the sniper rifle finding a double of his own. It's just been too much to handle. Camo on that ground, but don't peek the head. Stellar's not missing right now, and with that, Suppressed trying to get through. Spartan gave his life so Lethal could have a chance with this.
Well, if there's one man in this series that you want with this camo in his hands, it is Lethal. See if he's able to do anything to Suppress here. Look again, the frustrating player of Suppress. Lethal just stood still at the end of that. He's like, okay, I'm done. I give up on trying to kill you. Suppress stays alive that entire time, causes havoc, and then once again, you've got Stellar and Falcon getting the kill onto Hus. Ball time goes in the hands of SSG, and with 1 round already on the board for them, this is looking real scary for OMiT.
Yeah, Suppress and Stellar, they're 44 and 22 combined. They're double positive, the 2 of them. It's just the slaying output they've been providing has been too much for OMiT to handle. Okay. That's how this game is going, folks. It's just whatever Stellar, whatever Suppress want to do, they've been successful. You must take down Suppress early here. Hus came just in time. That was scary. I mean, right now, it's like we see these gunfights. We're anticipating Suppressed and Stellar winning from disadvantageous positions. That's just how this game's been rolling.
You can't get any more disadvantageous than crouching on a pillar and sitting still. That's how confident Suppress is in his shot right now in a 2v1 situation. That has been the storyline. That has been it this entire series long. Suppressed 22 and 13, like you mentioned, 38 points of ball time as well on top of that. Falcon is going to get another one. It's, yeah, I mean, now going to just take space for free on the map.
Okay, he's been doing, doing his own work during all this chaos. He has 18 assists, by the way. Feels like he's just been that perfect counterpiece to that slaying that Suppressed and Stellar's been providing. Obviously, probably opening up a lot of the opportunities for them throughout this game. But so far, I mean, OMiT, they're not out of this yet, right? They have their chance to get back into this game, but they need to start winning just slays outright. And Suppressed, okay. Huss making a miss. Huss gets the help in time. Huss is alive. That might be exactly what OMiT needs. More plays like that.
Yeah, you can see Space Station a little overconfident, right? Starting to overextend on a lot of these fights, starting to shout when they're weak. And that's where OMiT can kind of take advantage. Snipe is up. Huss tries to go for it. Eco's going to throw a beautiful nade to clean him up. But now Septify does have that snipe in his hands. Barely misses. And it'll be 3 down. Make that 4 dead for OMiT right off the bat.
With that, ball back up into even ground, but Space Station there early on the rotation, and they have everyone set up to allow them to get a good chunk of time here. OMiT needs to play quick, but there's nothing for them to play with. The sniper's in the tower, that ball's playing opposite side. This is really strong positioning from Space Station.
See if they can get ball rotated over. Eco's going to try to find an opening towards top center. There's trades. There's another shot by Suppress. That's a body onto Huss. Sparty going to try to find some way to get out. He's stuck top center. Septify attempting to help him, but Falcated is going to get the kill onto Sparty. No ball time being added here until just this moment for SSG. But they will be scrappy, and they will get to that towards that 60-second mark.
That ball is sitting down into the open with Suppress and Falcade being the only ones alive. Suppress just opts to go for the ball. I kind of like this, right? Like, get this back. Hopefully your spawns are close by, and then you have that sniper to deal with any pressure. Oh, boy. Spartan's backflipping at the back of tower.
Oh man. That was clean.
Hey, Suppress knows how to train a dog. He says backflips, Spartan goes. Oh, Septify's getting trained as well. Suppress is walking down the opposition.
This is insane. Wait. No, the confidence is insane too. Huss trying to find some way in, but he gets taken out. Suppressed gets his shields back once again. The repulse nade, the second one on Deceptify. No one able to take him down. 3 down for OMiT. Last player alive is Lethal. The spawners will happen on to A, but Suppressed understands the objective. And Lethal, he tries to get that trade, and it's 10 more points until SSG close out this series.
Yeah, you're gonna need more than a fellowship to get to this ring. There's no way they're getting to that ball in time. Just a couple seconds. I said no way. OMiT. Huss opens up with a double.
Oh, come on.
And then who else? It's a camouflage. I mean, Falcade put on the ring. He said, no, you're not getting to this in time. They'll take the final seconds. And with that, the series for Space Station as they find another win in the Pro League.
Another $1,000 richer here for SSG, and maybe an improvement on their seeding as well. What a way to close it out. Dominant is the word to describe, and it starts right there from Suppressed. Oh, all series long, this man has been a nuisance, and it's not just the stat line that he has this game. It's just the way he plays the game, the way he puts himself in a position as the last player alive to cause havoc, to be an impact, and to just make it difficult for any team to feel comfortable. Right here, look at just the sequence in which he stays alive, gets his shields back, comes back out. Septify repulses that nade, throws a second nade. You can see the animation cancel right there as well. It's just beautiful out of Suppressed all series long, and not just Suppressed, the rest of SSG as well. We talked about Falcated with that large amount of assists. It's all come together for this roster.
Yeah, it felt like Space Station was able to get away with what they wanted that game. And I think a large part of that also comes from the fact that they're just living long. Like, Suppressed oftentimes was caught in corners, able to stay alive, wait for that help to come. Falcated was providing a lot of damage on that map for the team to play with, and then Stellar was hitting every snipe shot, it felt like. And obviously those power weapon controls, I think made a big difference in this game, as they just didn't have a lot to play with. OMiT on the other side. And as we look, oh man, Lethal's still putting down 7,900 damage too for his team. Lethal had a great series, I will say. Like, he played fantastic. I think OMiT in order to win a series like this, and I think they know this, they just have to be a little bit icier on those Slayers. Like, I think OMiT played well enough to win this series. They just need to ice out a Slayer.
A little bit of a rough game you see there by Sparty on the side of OMiT. And I mean, they started off the series so strong. I mean, it's such a beautiful game one on that Origin CTF. Very clean. Everyone playing to the level they're capable of. But once again, it's going to be SSG that come out very cleanly to close this out. And I say cleanly because, you know, after that game number one, it just seems like things came together for them. Even though OMiT got a couple of scores on the board, I just feel like, honestly, it was just Space Station that were in control the entire series.
Well, I will say that, you know, the objectives that Space Station did win were the Strongholds and the Oddball. The Strongholds, they won 250-0. The Oddball, they win 195-83 on the time, right? They just didn't let OMiT in these games when they were winning. So you can see that momentum. Once it gets rolling for Space Station, they're a scary team. And it's not easy to stop that momentum. I think a large part of what will be the success indicator when you're playing against SSG is shutting them down early, being able to find those openings for your team and running away with them. In the games that OMiT won, that's where it happened, right? When we're in the Origin flag, they get the overkill from Lethal that shuts them down, and they aren't able to recover from there. In the in that King of the Hill, once they got that 2-hill lead, that's when Space Station was having a little bit of their struggles there. So for that, I think OMiT has a lot to like about this series, but they have a lot to learn as well. The Oddball, the Strongholds, they didn't look pretty, and those Slayers, they just need to be a little bit more icy, close out those games that they had those advantages in.
And again, I got to give a shout out to just the LVT Pro League in partnership with Shopify Rebellion. Shopify Rebellion putting $1,000 on the line for every one of these best of sevens. This will be the last week of the LVT Pro League, at least online, and then we go to LAN, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend of September 11th, I believe, or 12th, we're going to be going to LAN. All of these players are going to be able to play on beautiful monitors, by the way, the Zowie monitors. You can see them right there on the schedule. September 12th, 13th, and 14th, we will have that LAN at the Shopify headquarters, and you can see the HCS Open before that. And then the Women of Halo Dark Inside tournament. All of these events happening in the month of September. You don't want to miss any of those, especially the redacted one that has not been announced just yet. And you can see a little bit of the standings here, and goodness me, it's just been dominant out of OpTic Gaming. Next up, we're going to get to see, I believe it is FaZe versus Envy. So that's going to be an interesting one, right? We're kind of going to decide a little bit on this, in terms of the seeding points, Tools.
Yeah, for this match, I mean, it's a big moment for FaZe just to keep their confidence going. Envy, I believe, hold the tiebreaker. No, they do hold a tiebreaker over SSG for seeding, as they were able to beat them early on in the season. So if Envy's able to get this win here, they're gonna be one step closer to finishing with that same record, or potentially a better record than SSG. So seeding gonna be a big factor for Envy. This match gonna be important for that. FaZe, on the other hand, like to them, they got that Shopify Rebellion series pointed out, but hey, $1,000 on the line. FaZe versus Envy. I'm super excited for this one, Tim.
I'm excited as well, but we're gonna have to wait a couple minutes. When we get back, ladies and gentlemen, once again, FaZe versus Envy. Don't go anywhere.
Into
Double kill. Double kill.
Spit it out, just tell me honestly.
Double kill.
No, I'm not your enemy.
Triple kill.
You want trust, I want it just as much. You need love, I need the same for us. Look at all this time wasted, screaming at each other, baby. Wanna understand?
Double kill. Double kill. Snipe.
Need us again. We say the same.
Snipe. Killing spree. Perfect. Perfect. Triple kill. Perfect.
Just can't get back through. So far from me, we used to be. Don't know what to do. Look at all this time wasted, screaming at each other, baby. Wanna understand?
Double kill. Snipe. Snipe. Enemy has the ball. All drop. Income. Double kill. All drop. Killing spree. Double kill. Enemy has the ball. Enemy has snipe. Double kill. Reversal. Enemy has the ball. Enemy has the ball. Ball snipe. Enemy has the ball. Enemy killing spree. Enemy team nearing victory.
Lost in you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LVT Pro League in partnership with Shopify Rebellion. My name is Active, and alongside me is Tools. We just had a great series, SSG versus OMiT, where SSG comes out on top 4-2. Now we move on to the second series of the doubleheader today. It's going to be FaZe versus Envy.
This is a really important matchup for Envy here. Their seed is probably going to largely depend on how they are able to compete today and tomorrow. Not only do they play FaZe today, but then they play against Complexity, the team that's right there with them. It's going to be a big moment on whether Envy can potentially get themselves a top half seed and a bottom half seed.
Here we go. We're gonna hop on board with Trippy to start here. This FaZe roster has gotten, I would say, much more efficient, much cleaner over the time they've been together, and I feel like the pieces are starting to come together for them. The puzzle pieces are starting to form, and I think I've said it before, and I'll say it again. By Worlds, I think this roster will be ready to contend for that #1 spot. But again, lots of work still to be done, and it starts here with Envy. Some good practice for both these rosters. $1,000 on the line, courtesy of Shopify Rebellion. And we'll hop on board with Yaxon, who's got that camo and it's in his hands.
Fortunate shots in the first two, but he hits the hard one on the way out. Was able to find that kill, but the reality is they've lost camo, they've lost sniper, and FaZe still getting more and more time inside that hill. Although they finally are able to take them out, Trippy is really going to be a sore spot for Envy here if he's able to get that sniper into a strong position.
Really great angle by them. You saw right there, there's a player that's kind of roaming around the tower. Wanted to see if he can get the pickup kill onto him. But I love the idea of understanding to control the C side and then reapproach onto B. Descendant goes down. The spawns come out onto A for the side of Envy. There is a player that overextended top center, but it's going to be Trippy watching the rest of the spawners if they tend to come out of that A side. Descendant's the first one. He took him out first. Gets another body shot onto him. And Tools, he's taken him out of the play completely for the last 15 seconds.
Descendant never able to get back into that fight. And honestly, I'm a bit surprised Envy didn't opt to play for rotation and punt away that hill. They tried to contest it, and they're feeling the ramifications of it. They're not going to get any favorable spawns here. The damage still being done by FaZe. What was, a fast first hill for FaZe can become a quick second one as well, with how they're finding these slays, with how far they're keeping Envy away, and most importantly, by having still more of that power weapon to work with. Trippy still has so much utility.
Oh my gosh, the way he's isolating players like as they push is just beautiful as well. Sitting on top of that tower side, gets a body shot. Snakebite gets a kill on the feed. Trippy finally falls though, but it's still control for the side of FaZe here. Snakebite, I like the overextension on the B, but Descendant understands how important of a piece he is. Takes him out quickly. FaZe will get this next hill, but I don't think they'll have rotation for the new one, and camo's coming up too.
Descendant trying to do his best to salvage what was a tough situation by getting behind that camo. Hopefully going to give Envy a chance to grab. It will go to Envy, but can they stay alive is the other question. Four go down. Okay.
Wow.
Envy, this is your chance to start to make something happen. Piggy was still plenty of camo to work with. FaZe coming off of their spawns. This first set of kills going to be important for Envy.
Descendant gets the first one on the Penguin. Piggy gonna push up and knows that, he needs to take out this player on the B. And it's gonna be Trippy on that side. Snakebite towards the top center. Piggy takes him out. He'll pick up a sniper. That's a full snipe to work with here, but he's gonna have to back up. And you see pressure on the A side as well. Piggy, body shot goes in. Penguin still does not go down, and that pressure on the A is continuing.
Look at FaZe. They're starting to find more and more players within A as well. Camo's gone at the worst possible time. Piggy, gonna be up to him to hit these shots to try to slow FaZe down. But FaZe, I love that pressure. They're just trying to force it. Piggy, though, hits a good shot. Piggy hits the second. That stops FaZe for now. Snakebite, the only player alive, and Envy clearly having a target on his head. But look at FaZe's spawns. They're refilling this position pretty fast by getting those camo spawns.
Almost stays alive on that electric box, but yeah, the camo spawns are still out, which means FaZe still have that pressure mounting. Trippy's gonna go down though. Piggy wins another big fight, another 1v1 piv. That secures a little bit of space at least. Potentially gets the B spawns off that as well, but Lucid's ready for it. Great shot out of Lucid onto the first. Descendant gets that first spawn. Yaxon follows up as well with the spawn onto B, and Lucid's aware of it. Two players to deal with here. Lucid's gonna miss that headshot, but still FaZe are getting this time, and another shot goes in. It's clean. Penguin gets one as well, and 2 downfall for Envy.
And with that, Lucid's just going to keep getting more and more pressure in. That's all 4 that go down. And now it's likely that FaZe can get this next hill. I really love the way Lucid played with that sniper. Piggy got him 1 shot. He thought there's no way he's going to keep checking. By the time he's caught in a clamber, he's dead. And now Envy are struggling to get together. Notice how separated everyone is. Precision, good trade. But they're running out of time. It's only a couple more seconds for FaZe to get this hill.
Yeah, that trade definitely favors the side of FaZe. But that clean kill's pretty solid. Trippy, though, and Snakebite come out of that A side after getting that 3rd hill. And Piggy, he's going to get this camo, but can he stay alive with it? He did for the last one, and somehow he's going to live on this one as well. Precision's there to help him out. Will this camo be enough for Envy to get their first hill of the game?
And it's deja vu, though. This is how the 3rd hill rotation started, with Piggy getting away with this camo and Envy getting that early time. The big learning lesson from the last time is FaZe at any point can take over and find a perfect hill. So it's important for Envy not to open up opportunities where FaZe get those clean 3-4 downs. Make things hard for them.
Precision's the first to fall on the side of Envy. Pressure from that B side still coming through for FaZe. Piggy has to take out another. He's got some help on the back end, and that's going to be a good kill on the Lucid. Camo's about to run out anyway, so he comes out, makes sure to clean up that other kill. But it is FaZe that are getting the spawns on that C side. Trippy and Snakebite are there prepared, and you see the Brood spawn come out as well.
Snakebite getting that spawn is just great for FaZe. It makes it so that they can keep contesting that hill, forcing Envy to play through. And while all of that goes down, Trippy just gets that sniper away. So it's FaZe that suddenly have a much better position on the map, despite Envy having the wins on those early rotations. They're not able to overcome FaZe's play.
There's just prioritization as well. They get that clean break from that tower side, then they push towards B. Now they've got that entire side controlled. Now the pressure comes out on the Brood side. Precision's gonna be the first one, pretty forward on the map. Not gonna really have any help whatsoever. Jackson follows him. He'll go down as well. And it's Trippy. One by one, the Anskull marching in, and one by one they get exterminated. It's a triple for Trippy.
Timing errors is going wrong for Envy right now. They are doing the right thing, right? They sent 3 players to go deal with that sniper tower side, but they're not coordinated on when they're taking those challenges, and Trippy taking advantage of it once again. Look, every fight that he was involved in, that all 5 of those kills that he got with that life, every single one of them was a 1v1. Envy, they were even on numbers. You can't afford that.
And you see FaZe don't even step in that hill whatsoever. They're just going to play time, and they have done so for the last 30 seconds here. Only a minute and 18 seconds left on the neutral clock, and they'll continue to count down this clock as time goes on. It just forces Envy to try to do something here. 3 hills in a minute. It's going to be tough.
And when we look at the end, there's 31 assists for FaZe. On the other side, it's like 15, 16 assists for Envy. It's just right now, FaZe is much better connected. They're able to work together to find their slays, whereas Envy been very dependent on their one-on-one fights. And there it is, once again, Penguin able to get that kill due to the damage his teammate gets. And as he takes this challenge on the Jackson, you start to see the rest of FaZe getting up on the map, getting ready to fight. Envy have been just struggling on having a connected team shot. It's just not there.
The way he timed that reach out on the pillar side tools is so clean as well. He just waits, right? He waits a second. There's a player on B. That player comes out on the light side of B. Times it perfectly to have the team shot. Continues to put damage down. This camo's been very effective thus far. And it's 40 seconds left now. So it's a 40-second time frame that's been knocked off the neutral clock. What are Envy going to do here?
This is their last desperate push, and with only 30 seconds to neutral time, they don't not only need to get this, but they need to get the next 2. And that just doesn't seem like a reality at this point. It's just a what stat are you going to finish with type of game at the end. Envy finally get those breaking spawns, but there's just not enough time.
They get the spawns on the Brutes, but look at this wall of defense the FaZe is kind of planted here on the B. Get that first piece of the wall down. Snakebite goes down as well. Lucid, though, trades and gets a double with 1 nade, and it's going to make things even more difficult. You've got 8 seconds now to get 2 caps in a row. I mean, that's nearly impossible here for Envy.
And with that, you see FaZe, though, they lose a couple of early numbers. So that's going to let Envy get into that hill early on, not wasting any of that neutral clock. They're going to need all 6 seconds, trust me.
5, 4, it counts down. No one's in position. 2 down for the side of Envy. The last 2 alive find themselves in the hill. The spawns, where are they though for those other 2? It's going to be on that B side, and Trippy's ready for it, but is he though? He ends up getting back smacked regardless of that. FaZe with a very clean game number 1. These guys are looking practiced and ready, and it's great to see as we go to Street Slayer for the next game.
Yeah, FaZe have been looking just really good every time we've seen them. We haven't been able to see them since Salt Lake City, but they had a very strong performance at the LAN, and now you're seeing sort of what the FaZe identity is as a team. A very well-connected team, a team that likes to assist each other and plays within coordination. Envy were never quite able to break those coordinations, and as we watch these replays, the one thing I want you to take notice of is just how often a player from Envy is stuck in a one-on-one fight, right? Where it's not there's not that help that's there to let them win with numbers.
And that's kind of like the anti-meta, I guess you could say, that FaZe is kind of forming here, because, you know, it's been that aggression and that those individual fights for so long, but with the amount of assists that FaZe got at the end of this game, it's kind of just great to see things kind of shift. Can they keep up with that consistency, though, is the question here as we go to game 2. Envy are a team that we cannot doubt in any way, shape, or form. These guys have proven time and time again that their improvement has been drastic as well as the time has gone on. So excited to see if they can bring this series back. FaZe looking very good though, and you see Trippy here utilizing his sniper, the entire sniper, to just do so much damage to make it impossible for Envy to come back.
Even here, right? Like Jackson takes this fight, his teammate that's ahead of him, like that's above him, isn't there to have that quick help. So FaZe is able to get that kill, back out away, and then once Envy was down numbers, it just becomes statistically harder to have help on your fights. Yeah, FaZe was very effective at first kills, and that's one stat that I think should be better tracked in future Halo games, because I think it's a stat that's really important, is when it's 4-on-4 on the map. Who gets that opening kill? Like, we'll call it the entry, whatever. It doesn't need to be a medal, but I would like to see it tracked at the end, because those, in my mind, are some of the most important kills. And that's where players like Bound for OpTic Gaming, Last Shot for Shopify Rebellion, that's where they are some of the best, and they make huge impacts on the game. I thought FaZe was perfect throughout that game at finding that entry kill in the 4-on-4.
Yeah, getting that entry kill and staying alive is what those 2 players that you mentioned do so well, and what I think FaZe are doing well collectively. And on the other side, it's Envy. Have to find some sort of answer here. Have been so impressive. Piggy's been the player to focus on for me. Such a high Halo IQ out of Piggy, in my personal opinion, and he showcased that time and time again on this Envy roster. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's game number 2. It's going to be Street Slayer.
Precision working along that right side. It's going to be a 3-1 split. Piggy in isolation. Knows he has that fight over at Purple. I love that connective play from Envy. They're moving back as a unit to try to deal with these players. They're not trying to be too aggressive on any one-on-one fight. Oh boy, Biggie. Big gunfight win from him. That might just be enough to secure camouflage early for Envy. Great start as Jackson also hits the flank at the right time. Everything working out well so far.
Yeah, they honestly control the map perfectly, force the spawns onto red, and that camo's in the hands of Precision now. So really well done by Envy collectively there, and we'll see if they can continue on this slay pattern. 2 players make that 3 on that red side. It's gonna be Penguin, Snakebite, and Trippy. See if Precision's able to find anything. He just feels so uncomfortable in this situation, and they just spot him out. That's camo down. Incredible job by FaZe there.
Yeah, that just a lot of waiting, where he wants to have a little bit more damage to go and make that play, because that cam was important. Triple for Snakebite. Great job by him. He gets 5 in a row, and they found their break. It felt like that cam would need to be more into that play early on. Trippy winning his fight. Wow. FaZe battled back from what was a really tough position. They are now in control of this game. Look at how Envy's all sort of trapped at that back A side.
They're being collapsed on as well from the PD. Precision's going to try to take space out of Snakebite here. That's successful. Gets the first kill. I believe there is a player behind him, but he's going to scurry away into C. Lucid and Trippy get there too, along with Penguin on that HN. And it's tied up now at 12. And like you said, a great start by Envy, but FaZe have brought it back immediately.
Envy gonna try to find their pressure. I like the 2-man push going up this street. The one thing Envy needs to keep in mind is when they find one player, they need to anticipate a second player being nearby. That's why their push, although they got that first kill going through purple, it wasn't successful because they didn't track down that other player that should have been nearby. Envy, I think, did a much better job of that at B. They've earned themselves a camo. Piggy delaying this camo as long as he can. He has until just under that 9-minute mark with this camo. 45 seconds to work with.
They spot him out again, though. Goodness me, no, maybe they don't. It's 3 down. Piggy, the last player alive, has to find any sort of impact possible. Gets the call out, the snake bite's weak. The target acquisition's there, gets a double for the camo. I mean, I would say as the last player alive, that's value.
Yeah, I mean, they essentially got 3 kills with it. The assist for the third. I don't think you can ask much more for a camo in that situation, being 1v4 in between everyone on enemy lines.
Precision's gonna take lots of damage, though. Trippy flies out. My goodness. Understands. No pressure on that B-stair sides. Gets another one as well. 3 down go Envy. And the minute we see them have some sort of momentum, it just gets crushed right away.
Red Gun might be a big difference maker here with Lucid having that power weapon in his hands. Envy need to be very careful about how they approach these gunfights. In fact, they might just let FaZe push into them here as they want to try to get the drop on this Red Gun instead of maybe taking that first bit of damage. And ooh, that info, they hear that, right? And you can see Piggy, he's very aware that there's a player here. They're going to try to go S2, but Lucid just using everything at his disposal to keep them away. And eventually it's going to be FaZe that gets the first kill. And oh,
wow,
Lucid tracking back, gets the second.
That's just so well done. Penguin, I'm sorry, was there as well. Gets that first kill. Lucid comes out. Draxon gets the second, like you mentioned, and it's a clean break by FaZe, 25-22.
Yeah, that's a 3-kill swing. And the big thing is Envy didn't play that wrong. Lucid just played it perfect and took advantage of what Envy knew, right? Once they got that nade damage, he baited them into that spot, was able to use that repulse and Red Gun to his advantage. Now he'll have a camouflage to work with as well. Lucid is target number 1 for Envy.
Look at the rotation out of Envy as well. They go towards that B side. They're going to catch Lucid out. Peggy will get that stock rifle in his hands, but that will fall now. And it's going to be Penguin that decides instead of that jump that he's going to repulse up, catch them by surprise. Trippy gets a kill in the feed too. So FaZe continuing on this pressure. Jackson's in trouble right now. He's got help on that PD side, and with that help, that kill will come out onto Trippy. It'll force Penguin to back up.
A little deceptive play from FaZe there. They thought they had a lot more power in that spot than they did. Envy, good spawns from them. And you're starting to see Envy working a lot better together. They're not trying to make too many one-on-one plays anymore. There's always help to be found. They're not letting FaZe isolate out any of these fights. Because when FaZe was able to isolate an Envy player, it was oftentimes a 1v2 that Envy had to deal with. Now it kind of feels like the opposite. Envy always has a couple players there. And although they don't have the lead right now, it feels like FaZe is having to earn these kills a lot more than they were in game 1.
Well, you thought FaZe were trapped inside a C. It's going to be a nice breakout for them. Penguin on this B side. Piggy's going to get the spawn into PD. Or I believe it was a back A spawn, but finds his way into PD. It's a massive 1v1. Never mind. It's a 1v2. Precision's there to clean that one up. Still, it's a 3-kill lead. Piggy's trying to cut that lead down just a bit. He does so. 3 kills go in for him. And now we're only within 2 for the side of Envy.
That was a really unusual play by FaZe. It's just, they full sent it. You usually don't see that from them, as they like to coordinate their pushes. They were coordinated on their play through, but they played with very little knowledge. And with that, a few kills came through for Envy. They're finding these trade outs. It's a 3-kill lead, and with camouflage coming up, if Envy's able to grab this, that'll be their way back into this game. Whoa, Precision hunting down the one shot, gets it, and look at Envy. They have better position, but camo burns. Wow, huge burn by FaZe.
Trippy's going to be the one to burn it, and Precision stays alive somehow, even though he took a stray nade there. FaZe lead by 2 still. You see them solidified on the back of A, and it's Envy that try to find some sort of information. They get info on at least 2 different players, but it is Envy that do have players still on that PD side, and that break will be clean. It's 3 dead. Make that all 4 down for FaZe.
I'm gonna one-up you there. I don't even want to say clean. I want to say that was perfect from Envy. Their middle players were so effective. Piggy and Precision taking complementary angles, watching each other's crosses were giving info to the perimeter players on what needs to happen. Once they spotted 2, they sent in everyone on that PD side, overwhelmed the weak side, were able to get 4 clean kills, and now they have the lead in the end game.
All-Star with precision going in to get that kill onto the tire side.
5
Envy,
minutes
1 kill lead. Trippy, a big 1v1 against Descendant. He'll at least trade there. But it is Yaxon. Yaxon's woken up just a bit here. 12 and 11 in this game, but he goes down to Snakebite. He's going to win that massive 1v1 with Lucid, or 1v2, I'm sorry. And they'll have that back 8 control.
Envy's pretty much trapped over on this B side. I'm curious whether they're going to try to solidify their numbers back at C, or if they're going to try to push through to B into PD. There's 2 options here. And I think the idea is they want to actually push out through purple and C, but they want to try to bait someone into pushing them at B before they leave. I think Descendant's a really important player here, and I think Precision's, yeah, you see it now. They're starting to push. So they moved everyone on FaZe towards that B side so they can make this push.
Oh my gosh! Penguin with the big play. Gets 2. It's a perfect and it's a double. Tied up at 47 now. Here comes the push on the last 2 members of Envy. It's a staggered push, but there it is. Trippy gets another 49, and the last 2 players are on the C side trapped.
Gotta play every corner. Just right timing, and now these 2 players in trouble. FaZe completes the comeback. Wow. That's a game of chess, an absolute game of chess at the end. And I thought both sides played it well. Penguin just in the perfect spot, though. Slides into that elbow, never moves from his corner. And you see it, like, this is great from Envy, everything they set up, but they needed to check this corner. Oh, they tried to play too fast through the process, and I think they play fast there because the engagement had started over at PD. They're trying to play quick to get to that fight, but you don't check the one corner, and it causes the game to slip out of their hands. I want to put emphasis on it, Tim, of how much I actually really liked the play of Envy to try to push FaZe into B. Like, they're trapping FaZe at B, right, by putting all this pressure on that high side. And then they start to push multiple players over at purple to try to isolate out the weak side. It was great in theory, but Penguin just one step ahead. Well, had his trap card waiting.
That's what makes Halo such a beautiful game, is those moments right there. You saw the pace of the game slow. You saw the play being formed. It's just the counter by Penguin again. I wonder if it's an information type thing, like, hey, all 4 on the PD side, like something like that, because there was a lot of pressure on that B side and that PD side of the map.
I think Penguin just realized, I'm not going to be, like, it's not helpful for me to be watching through tires, to be watching music. Like, that's not a good position for me, because his team's going to push out through that PD side, and they're just going to be super aggressive, and they're going to be trying to take those kills over at Red Room, over towards the dark side, like that deep place. His job is just take care of any sort of flank that can come, right? He's completely in isolation. If the comms come out that, like, they're in tires, they're in music, he can push up and then get that angle, but he doesn't need to be giving that info to his team. Instead, he can wait for that info. What's more important is making sure a flank doesn't hurt them there. And I think he just played it perfectly. I will say, it was still risky in the fact that if Envy checks that corner, like, I don't think FaZe's plan works at all.
Yep. It's the risk reward factor, ladies and gentlemen. And now we go into game number 3 with FaZe leading the series 2-0 against an Envy roster that I think are on par with FaZe, or at least were. I mean, I love this Envy roster. Can they give us some sort of a comeback here? Can they show some life in this game number 3, or will FaZe continue on their very connected, very intelligent play that we've seen so far in this series? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, it's game 3.
Jackson, no hesitation on that tower push, but he was by himself. And with that, now FaZe have the numbers. They're just slowly starting to pick apart the players of Envy. This is a great start for FaZe. They're going to have a camo. It basically gets off scot-free, completely hidden on the map from his opponents. Penguin has a great chance here just to isolate fights.
Jackson wins a big fight on the elevator side, and because of that, look at how uncomfortable Penguin has to play. Now he's between 2-3 different players of Envy. Gets information onto Piggy. Gonna have that trigger discipline to not shoot his weapon. Descending, though, gets that kill. And they take out Penguin. So just like that, I mean, even with the information, Penguin not able to stay alive.
He's doing his best to use that battery as a cover. It will get them B. And Envy first to score. Things kind of chaotic on the map. Jackson has a chance to get Snakebite before this switches hands. Envy, out of all this chaos, they've been able to solidify themselves map control. Oh, they're getting aggressive as well. I was surprised at that drop by Precision. He decides, maybe a little too aggressive. Gets back towards the pivot position at Needles.
Yeah, they've got him trapped though. Look at that. Everyone from FaZe on that tower side and inside of blue pipes. And Envy have formed a chokehold here. FaZe have to make some sort of decision on what to overextend on. 25 seconds for the camo. But all the while, Envy continues scoring. First.
I like the breakthrough to A, but Snakebite's got a lot of work ahead of him. Oh, wow. Perfect play from Snakebite to at least get that damage in. He'll transfer A. FaZe, though, not able to solidify their numbers in time. They're going to lose that home base.
Very quick for Envy to answer back immediately. Only gave FaZe that 1 point.
Whoa.
Now they've got the tower side. Great shots by Precision. Jackson gets the camo, and it's going to be him going down very quickly there on the tower side.
Yo,
Camo
a good
gone.
nade. That's a great nade by Snakebite, but you see Envy, though, they've been really aggressive. I love it. Filthy for Penguin. Snakebite, he has no option but to drop into B. You're going to see a lot of pressure. Jackson steps in. The contest is here. This could be the trip cap Envy's looking for. Lucid, though. Great nades, but I don't think that's going to get FaZe out of trouble yet. Snakebite, he is stuck, to say the least.
Yeah, alleviate some pressure, though. If Trippy can win this 1v1, no. Gosh, Envy are just all gas, no brakes right now. Now they're going to get B. Jackson's going to be the one to do that. Trippy goes down, so numbers advantage here for Envy. And Jackson will be able to get away with his life if he so chooses. And then that shock rifle's up for the grabs as well.
Couple players there from FaZe ready to get on that break. And Penguin, I like the no hesitation on just trying to get spacing for his team. Right now, things have been fairly chaotic on the map, but it's Envy that's coming out on top in this chaos. I think FaZe not having that same sort of connective play that we've seen in the first couple of games.
Yeah.
And that's where Envy's been able to take advantage.
Envy have taken it up a notch, in my opinion, as well, in terms of pacing. They're just everywhere. 3 dead FaZe once again.
They have the quadrant trap here. Oh, okay, no, Snakebite got that spawn and gunfight win. Huge. That's actually a massive win by Snakebite on the other side. Like, they're going to be able to transfer B, and now FaZe has a quick option to get into A, and they're going to play for it. Lucid and Snakebite trying to push through the right side. It's up to Jackson to get this flank to come through in time. Ooh, never mind. Precision. Dude, Precision's winning gunfights just outright right now. That's, yeah, triple kill for him. He's 12-3, and he's had no hesitation on some of these plays. It is the Precision show so far.
And you can tell how chaotic the game has been, because that shock rifle got picked up after like being up there for, it's still not picked up. Sorry, it's still there. It's been up there for 2 minutes. Just no time to get it. It's just such a fast-paced game. Triple cap for Envy. Gets knocked down though for a moment here. Precision and be able to utilize his camo to clean up Penguin. That's a triple cap that's locked in once again. Snakebite, the last player alive on the B, trying once again to get that B side. Scrappy, but can he do it?
They've done the same exact play 3 or 4 times now. FaZe just spawn, quickly drop into B, but it hasn't worked because they stop the trip cap. But Envy are just pretty aware of like not overextending, not giving up a free death, eventually overtaking B and flipping the spawns to where they want them. And this is what they want. They want FaZe trapped in that long haul side. You see how Precision, how deep he's playing at back C right now? His goal is to make sure no one gets behind him. If they just push into C, they'll have multiple players. And I mean, that's pretty heads up by FaZe to push together, but there's just too many players from Envy. They're doing a fantastic job of keeping FaZe ahead of them and not letting players get behind their ranks. They're looking almost like a perfect game thus far. It's FaZe struggling to get anything going.
Yeah, you can see the play to go for B once again. They did it again. Then they sent 2 towards C, but like you said, numbers overwhelming, and the score continues to happen here for Envy. 235 and counting for them. Lucid trying to find some sort of way to see here, but Jackson's going to find the angle and the timing, and he'll find the perfect as well. 5 more points, or 6 more points, and Envy will win game number 3.
They gotta get in the sea. I don't know if you have time to take that gunfight. Snakebite's there, but now the reinforcements come, and that is it. 250 to 1.
Wow.
Envy played a fantastic game, and their setup was just really well established. I loved the play, especially like Precision was playing really well at the end as well. But they played a player very back in the sea, and then they had one that was acting as reinforcements for both sides. Their middle player that was able to help over at C if it was needed, or you could go into tower and like be ready to push into A when it was necessary. I'll say, look at Precision and Descendant. They had 31 kills as a team. That is more than FaZe as an entire unit. Precision and Descendant unleashing themselves in game 3.
And I will say, if you weren't here for the very first series of the LVT Pro League in partnership with Shopify Rebellion, we had a 250-0. So now we have a 251 as well. It's been a crazy day of strongholds thus far, but Envy find themselves with a bit of life, and the momentum swings in their favor, I would assume, pretty heavily after that game number 3. And taking a look at the stats, like you said, it's Precision and Descendant, the ones to really step up, and I think again increase that pace and make it a bit difficult for FaZe to feel comfortable.
Yeah, FaZe, I think, were for the first time in this series not able to establish their team shot. And Envy, I think they did that through overwhelming pressure by having players just completely holding forward the entire time, and more importantly, having multiple players doing so. Everyone having 3K plus damage. It just felt like a very clean game through and through for Envy to finish that one, and they got to their spots, they got their setups. That's a ton to love from Envy, period. And they'll try to keep that momentum going into this game 4 on Fortress Flag.
Fortress Flag, ladies and gentlemen. FaZe looking really solid in that game number 1. Game number 2, very close. Took one play to change the tide, but Envy, they've been the storyline here since that game 3. Fortress is going to be an interesting one as we take a look at some of the replays here. You saw that play so many times, Tools. FaZe just desperating inside of B, and I call it desperating because they never really had a numbers advantage going into B there, but that was the only play they thought they could make in that moment.
Yeah, it was really that play at B is a lot of times a distraction for the perimeter player to go make a play at A or C. We saw that time with Trippy, that he gets into that what he thinks is a one-on-one engagement, but it's just another player from Envy. And there you go. Once again, C coming through, Precision getting great timing largely throughout this game. And once they got that trip cap in, there's 2 ways to work that total control on recharge for the most part. If you're going to keep it well established, it's either you spawn them over at long haul by keeping a player in pipes and blocking out the pipes, the A, the C, and the tower spawns, right? That's what we saw Quadrant use throughout year 2 and why they went on that 18-0 run. The other option, right, is to leave pipes open and to use B as bait. So a lot of time, like when you're playing, if you're playing recharge strongholds, one thing you should always keep in mind is B is for bait. Like a lot of the times it's okay to give up the B side hill. AC is really strong because they spawn pipes, they drop in, they're hyper exposed to so many angles, and as long as you don't let anyone break through on the perimeters, like you're totally content to like get those kills, get in, recycle the hill, get those trip caps. Fantastic game. I could gush on about recharge strongholds for a while. It's really fun. Let's go move on. Fortress Flag. Envy, can they keep this momentum, Tim?
Yeah, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, momentum has to be kept for a while because this is a best of 7 for $1,000, of course, courtesy of Shopify Rebellion, and of course Zowie, ladies and gentlemen. Exclamation mark Zowie in the chat. If you don't have a high hertz monitor, what are you doing? I'm not joking. If you play on a big TV or a 60 hertz monitor or even a 144 hertz monitor, you can step up your game largely by upgrading that and getting 240 hertz. It feels amazing, by the way. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, definitely exclamation mark Zowie. Click the link and just do a little shopping. You don't have to buy something right now, but you know, do a little shop and see what's out there, and maybe get yourself a brand new monitor at the LEN. At the LEN on the weekend of the 12th, we will be playing on 400 hertz monitors, so I'm excited to see how that one goes.
Yeah, we can sell our 1v1 beat. Yeah, we'll get it
Yes,
done
we
there.
need to do it, dude. Yeah, 100%.
Look at this. Great play by Precision. Sit in the back. He's not BR to its fullest power. And by the time Snakebite's ready to challenge, the help is there. They're able to get everything off the start. Envy's momentum not done yet. Descended just missed the head of Penguin. Oh, he had that perfectly timed. Just the line up a little bit to the right.
Oh, they read that jump up there. Hey, wow, Lucid takes him out with a sniper of his own. He's going to stack it, I believe. So, big snipe in the hands of Lucid, a full snipe. And you'll have Repulse to get ring 3 control. It is 2 down for the side of FaZe, though. Lucid understands, once again, with that communication out of Trippy, that Precision is playing that annoying role on the back of their base, on the back of Envy's base, but will be a flag being pulled here.
Lucid's playing this really well. I gotta say, he was last alive, stayed forward on the Envy side because he knew his place was under attack, and he still gets the next kill. Yeah, Lucid's playing a flow right now. That's just brilliant positioning from him to wrap back, find that damage, preventing Envy from being able to capitalize from controlling FaZe's base.
Look at the awareness too. The Yaxon was spawning back there, and he covered that angle and it completely isolated the elbow angle. Then it comes out, gets the kill onto him. Precision down to no shield. He'll clean him up. It's 3 down for Envy. Descendant, watch your face. Lucid gonna take now elbow control. Comes out, chows that one as well. 2 shots into Yaxon, who goes down to no shields now due to that nade. Lucid is on fire.
Yeah, but put the bets on how many kills Lucid's gonna finish with this game. I don't think anyone's stopping him anytime soon. He is playing perfectly. His position, his damage around his team. Starting off this game 8-2. I think Lucid is certainly gonna be the impact player for FaZe here today. No snipers on the map, at least for another minute's worth of time. This is important for Envy to get back up. But man, it's just nothing is going right for Envy right now, man.
Yeah, it's just like the reach out by Trippy there, understanding that Descendant's going to jump at that very moment. That's such a clean shot, too, to take him out. But yeah, like 3 down, though. Wait a minute, FaZe.
Okay.
It's going to be 4 dead. Lucid goes down. Don't pull that flag through, but the elbow spawns come out, and you got to watch those plasminades, too.
Oh, Yaxon thought he had a little bit more time than he actually did. Penguin able to catch him just in time. And with that, FaZe looking likely to get this return. They just need a couple more slays, and they seem to be coming through. Snakebite the only player alive, though, and he's on Envy's side. That flag is still open for the grab now for Envy, but it looks like they're going to opt to clear out their own side. Snakebite being too much of an influence there. Envy's flag run is over, but they still have tempo on the map. Snipers coming up in 5 seconds.
It's the route by Piggy, very aggressive. Snakebite reads it. The nade comes out. Trippy calms her out for him. Now he's stuck in a 1v1. Make that a 1v2. A little bit of help comes in. Piggy's able to clean up that kill. And with 2 down, they feel comfortable enough to run this flag. They've got to watch out for Lucid. Snakebite also has that sniper too. Spawns come out.
Be careful. Precision spawned up. He should have that sniper coming into play. He came down low. He was able to find Trippy. Oh, that flag is still on its way. Envy not giving up on it yet.
Love that though. Gets him in the cankles. That double snipe shot, but he ends up going down. That sniper down on the floor. And now Descendant has a sniper of his own for the side of Envy. That flag still not returned. Still damage going out. Lucid taking a lot of damage as well. Descendant reads that play. This flag touched once again. Descendant has a big job to do, though. All FaZe players that spawn up are going to be looking at him. Snakebite was the last player alive, but wait. They sneak out with the flag in their hands. This could be a cap here. Snakebite's not going to be able to stop this.
Envy, they had to work so hard for that flag capture, but they earned that one. Able to get around that corner just in time. And the big thing is they were controlling tempo on the map. Lucid able to recover at least that overshield and get a double kill with it, but that doesn't mean FaZe is ready to attack yet necessarily. Instead, it's still Descendant that's going to control a lot of this game by having this position with Sniper.
Yeah, you minimize the damage there if you're Lucid as well. They get the cap, but you get that OS and get 2 down, and now you've got map control because of it. Last 2 players of Envy is going to be Descendant. Ends up going down. Piggy and Precision now spawn up, and now they have to defend. But Snakebite's got that elbow side control, and he's got a sniper to work with as well. 2 players go down. Lucid cleans that one up, but look at Precision being annoying once again on that Arch's side. And now Snakebite has to pull his attention towards Precision as he plays his life so well. Finally, he gets taken out.
Snakebite started this game 1-7. he's found his way back into this one, 6 and 8, and these last few lives, this last life he's had has been great. I thought he was gonna hit that, not gonna lie. The second I saw him do the 180, I thought that one was gonna connect. He finally goes down, and oh, this isn't good for FaZe, by the way. Okay, well, it's fine now. It's fine now. Yeah, wow, that's a kill. I can't believe what Lucid has done in this game. That is crazy.
17 and 10. Has not missed a beat. Still though, FaZe, you're right. I mean, I think the fact still stands that they're having to get a couple more slays here. Maybe they're able to pull this flag, but look at Descendant being once again a very difficult kill. Trippy takes him out. Gonna take a beat down. It is 3 down. See if they're able to get this flag pulled towards the bottom center of the map though.
I think they're taking too much time here. Envy's going to be able to spawn up, and they're going to have at least players that are overextended. You see Piggy waiting on that sniper of FaZe's.
Beautiful shot. OS is up as well, though. That's the big thing, right? Is OS. Piggy's going to pull the flag.
They got 3 down. I mean, Lucid's the only player that's alive right now. The spawns are finally coming in. Ooh, okay. Lucid gets 1, but he's got an overshield to worry about now.
That's Yaxon. Yaxon takes a couple beatdowns, though. They get rid of that overshield very quickly, but Descendant's got the snipe. Snakebite, don't peek your head. 4 dead. Go FaZe. And now the return possibly going in. A counter cap potentially going in here for Descendant. Lucid gets a kill, though, and gets the flag touch.
Lucid has been a savior for FaZe thus far in some of these plays. He's going to keep that flag alive, and FaZe, with this second chance, are working on this return. Penguin was quick to grab it. They get it back. Flag capture is in. FaZe, what looked likely as a counter cap, Lucid wrangles it back.
Beautiful touch by Lucid there off a spawn. Turns into a cap here for FaZe. Tied up at 1 now. And you see how scrappy this game is. So very uncomfortable. Finally, maybe solidified a bit as FaZe. They've got control of their base. Envy are 2 dead. Now Trippy's got that snipe. They're gonna look for this ring control, but Precision gets the kill on the kill feed onto Snakebite. And Trippy, he's gonna get his kill with the help of Penguin. And Penguin gets another double kill, almost a triple. If that wall wasn't in the way, let me tell you, that would have been a beautiful shot.
Heads up play by Yaxon to push up a little bit there to at least get the kill onto Penguin. Hopefully slowing them down is the idea for Envy, but Trippy's aware that Descendant's hiding in the back. They're not trying to let him sneak away for too long, but at the same time, you still want to keep putting the pressure in. Oh, Trippy
my goodness.
barrel stuffing Biggie. He's going to find the double. Lucid pulls the flag at the same time. Descendant, that player that's still alive in the back base, just went down. Things going bad to worse. Envy struggling as kill after kill goes to FaZe, and now an overshield to play with 2. FaZe, what a dominant display. That flag is coming home.
Yeah, I mean, just to do all of that plus get the OS is just beautiful. FaZe doing everything they can here. Penguin with the double. The OS is being put to work. He'll miss out on that triple, but Yaxon will fall. 3 down for Envy and a 2-1 lead for FaZe.
It's tough when you go 3 down and the flag's getting pulled at the same time. Heads up by Trippy to overextend, trusting his teammates to get that damage. I don't know if anyone there from Envy can get here in time. It's going to be up to Piggy, up high. He's looking for the damage, but there's so many players in red. He has to find all of them. Snakebite taking damage. Piggy, did he stall them long enough? Both the 1-shots running away. Envy not out of this yet.
Wow. That is insane. Just Piggy on that ring 3. He stalled both of them out in a 2v1 scenario. No one's able to cap that flag. Now the flag is pulled out, and it's a fight once again. Snakebite gonna go down. Piggy and Yaxon gonna get their kills, but Lucid finds a double, making a triple. Oh my word, as one of the last players alive, Lucid clutching it up once again.
And that will slow this down enough that Envy will have to find another round of slays. If Lucid doesn't get that triple, we're looking at a 2-2 game. Instead, Envy still has map control, but they need a lot more coming from the slays. And with Sniper in the hands of Trippy, him finding that first kill, things are just looking a lot tougher. And dude, Snakebite just decided, hey, you guys want to sit in our base for this long? I'm going to pull this flag out. He's going to force Envy to make a play, and they're starting to fall. It's just Descendant that's on their side. They're running out of resources. This flag is coming home.
Yeah, Precision's on that ring 2 side. He's really the only one that can make an impact, and Trippy's gonna find him immediately. That flag very close to going home. Snakebite has full shields. He'll slide in. That's flag number 3, and that's series score number 3, 3-1. FaZe Clan lead.
I love the idea that FaZe executes at the end to get that final flag. They realized that Envy were just too up on the map, but didn't necessarily have the power or position to make a flag happen in that spot. So Snakebite, realizing that, just ran to the other side, pulled out the flag, and then forces the clock onto Envy, forces them into a play, and that play just wasn't going to work out for them. Too many players of FaZe there. They get that flag capture, and that's really just heads up from everyone on FaZe to play their positions well. I'm really I love plays like this. I think this is like the most fun I have in Halo, is when you recognize a timing opening, when you recognize space being given up on the map, and you're able to pull out a flag. And you know, Snakebite, he's got 20 years of Halo, like whatever, how many years of competitive Halo. He'll make plays like that work. And look, he was last alive for his team, puts in the flag, wins the game.
Got to talk about Lucid as well. 26-16. Shout out to Penguin, by the way, asking if we're ready. I love that, Penguin. Love that. Absolutely love it. 12.3 KDA out of Lucid. My goodness gracious. But again, the assists too. I mean, the assists on the side of Penguin and Snakebite, 13 and 14 collectively. What a the best way to say like when you talk about this FaZe roster is just connected. And you know, it didn't seem like that in that game 3, obviously. I don't know. I think it was just like the pressure of Envy being overwhelming. But Envy did the same thing in game number 4, right? They were constantly pressuring. The way that FaZe dealt with it was a little bit different though, right? There's players inside of FaZe's base. They deal with one thing at a time, you know, and then isolate the other problems. I love the way they played that Fortress game.
And now we move on to Origin, and the power weapon's going to continue to play a factor. I felt like the snipers of FaZe made a huge difference in that game. For Envy, I think priority this time around is going to be preventing some of those power weapons from going into the FaZe's hands. In particular, that sniper for Lucid was just deadly. It felt like he really brought life back to FaZe, because Envy did a fantastic job of winning some of the opening breaks in this game, but Lucid was just too much to handle.
Definitely was. Love to see this Lucid form. Reminds me of previous seasons, but great to see him feeling comfortable on a roster once again. The vibes are good. Everyone's on the same page. And now we see if Envy can answer back. 3-1 FaZe lead. It was a very close Slayer, but that game 1 very dominant. And the other objective dominant out of Envy. So they kind of traded back and forth here. We'll see if they can continue this. Just love again. You've got all that going on, and you're still, you know, this was the one overshield by Lucid, but there was one by Penguin as well, where FaZe everyone was doing their job. Everyone was doing their 25%, and it was very connected is the word I keep using, but between all of them. And you'd love to see that, right? And this is the form of Halo I love to watch as well. It's very exciting. It's very chess-like.
I think that's the best way to describe it. It's chess-like, the end of this game in particular, just because it wasn't really coming down to slays. It was more coming down to positional battles, timing battles that were starting to head into FaZe's favor. And we saw great moments where Envy were able to capitalize on some timings, but I think the combination of recognition from Snakebite at the end, plus some of those big flashy multi-kills that FaZe were getting, really shut that door on this comeback. I mean, this was insane from Envy to like be able to battle back, but then even more resilient for FaZe. It really was just like this back and forth, hard knock life sort of play. I loved it.
Definitely back and forth is a good way to put it. It's been like that time and time again. I'm curious. Obviously, we saw that recharge game. If you missed it, that was the second strongholds game today that was a blowout. It was 250-1 in this series, and again, it was the aggression and the pressure out of Envy that, you know, FaZe just weren't able to deal with. On Origin Slayer, you might see a little bit of that as well. These spawns are very easily predicted. This game could snowball out of control, but if we look at that second Slayer game that we had, it was 50-48, so very close. I'm hoping this one will be as well.
With that, I'd be keeping an eye on Snakebite. He usually likes to push up that rocket side and go for an early grab. He's been doing it ever since Halo 5. If he's able to get away with rockets and use those to get early kills, that could be very dangerous for Envy. I think making sure that he just doesn't get up here and grabs this rocket right away, it should be priority number one. You see how fast he is, right? He loves to get up here, especially this carbine. He can just get up. There we go. Okay. Descendant just sat there and he tracked it. That's reading FaZe's play. I like it. Okay. That's great from Envy. Now they're going to get sniper and rockets off the start. Great job.
I mean, it's just a beautiful counter there by the side of Envy. That rocket will be good for one onto Trippy, I believe. The sniper still in their hands as well. Lucid finds himself down to no shields, and there'll be 3 dead. Snakebite was the first one to spawn. He goes down immediately, and now Trippy, the second one to spawn, is stuck on the base. He's got to play slow.
With this, the sniper, I wouldn't waste ammo, right? The idea is that you can get so much value off the snipe. Just try to make sure you keep yourself in positions where you can find easy off-angle kills, and boom, just like that, right? Precision moves himself to be in a weird position as that push happens, able to find 1 kill, but too many players from FaZe on the follow-up. Lucid gets control snipe.
You saw Trippy pushing up there because he was pushing with Lucid there. Trippy gets another kill on the feed. Lucid now has that snipe, like you said. The player in Descendant that they want to focus on first. He gets the kill on the Penguin, but again, he's just being a nuisance in the base, and he's still alive, by the way. Lucid not able to get the value out of the snipe that he's looking for. Pings are coming out. This is that shot onto Peggy, but doubles back and gets the second one when it matters the most. Precision, though. Another trade, so Envy continue on this lead.
Yeah, the sniper of Lucid, though, is going to make this a lot harder for Envy than they probably anticipated. Great angle so far from Lucid, and he is just tracking players left and right. There is no escaping. Finally, the sniper's out of ammo, and that's the only reprieve that's going to come for Envy there, as Lucid has been fantastic early in this game.
Lucid anticipating the push out of Yaxon. Yaxon's
so
not
good.
going to go, and see the snipe ramp push. Lucid pushing in as well. Precision ends up going down to Penguin. Penguin, oh, I love that. Crouches, gets the kill between the cracks, and still, though, Envy lead by 4.
A lot of confidence there from FaZe to make that push happen. If Lucid gets away with that opening kill, it is devastating for FaZe, I mean, for Envy, but instead, Envy stabilizing just a little bit. They'll have a chance on a neutral fight. Descendant trying to wrap through underneath. That flank is working out well. I love the flank from Descendant, using the power of the silver to run through, gets behind FaZe. Not only going to be satisfied with 2, Snakebite goes down as well. He'll gain his shields back. Huge play by Descendant, and that starts by recognizing that opening space on silver, running through and getting that flank to come to fruition.
And you saw it was 4 dead for FaZe. They all spawn up, but all the while, Precision gets the rockets, puts 2 more down, 3 down for FaZe once again. They're in a blender right now, and they continue to fall, and Envy continue to get the power weapons.
And this time, I'd like to see Envy be a little bit more unorthodox with the sniper. I don't want to keep it over on that snipe side, right? I would rather try to get more unorthodox angles, move this into the back base, try to play throughout the elbows, play out into the basement. Just try to find off angles where they're not going to be looking for you.
Well, they push that sniper back. Well, Yaxon's still alive. That damage goes in. 15 to 28 now. Snakebite gets a kill onto Descendant. Penguin challenging the sniper onto Yaxon. Yaxon anticipating the push after the call out, but Snakebite's not going to do it. Lucid back and forth, gets that trade in the feed, or gets that kill in the feed, ends up staying alive. And it's Snakebite still being a nuisance on the head glitch angle, but Yaxon prepared for the Lucid push, and because of that, he'll be prepared for Penguin as well. Killing spree and a double kill for Yaxon.
With that 4 down, and I thought that was fantastic by Yaxon. You know, he doesn't execute on every shot, but what he was doing was just keeping that sniper in a spot where FaZe couldn't quite easily get to it. And when they did, he had the angles to find the easy kills, to keep them 4 down, and more importantly, denying the power weapon to come back and Snakebite. He's been playing a little whack-a-mole. For the first couple shots, they didn't go through when it was over on the oven side. That time, Yaxon not missing the head of Snakebite.
I like the reroute there by Yaxon as well. He knows that Penguin spotted him. Goes to a different position. Precision now. Again, this is the pressure and the aggression out of Envy that's just working out so well for them. We've got 2 players pushing on that snipe side. Snakebite gets a stick there. That stops the push for now. Now Penguin, though, going to take a lot of damage, and Jackson will come in. A little bait and switch to clean that one up. 22-40. NV only need 10 more, and they'll close this out.
Okay, good timing there for Trippy to recognize that flank, but they're running out of time. Only 9 more kills are needed for Envy at this point. Those rockets could just be the backbreaker, and with 2 going down, that will be rockets that go into the hands of Descendant. To him, yeah, I would be totally cavalier with these rockets. It's more about denying the opportunity of FaZe to grab them than getting the pick. Getting 1 is perfectly fine.
Gets 1, gets traded out by Lucid, but yeah, 5 more kills. Very difficult to come back from here for FaZe. It might be a go next opportunity, or a situation, I'm sorry, for FaZe here. Envy just dominant the entire time, and it all started with that read onto Snakebite's play towards the top of rockets, right? Understood. They got the rockets and the snipe off the bat, and with that control and with that lead, they've just snowballed this, and 1 is all they'll need, and they'll close that out with a Snaketacular. Last kill is Lucid that falls, and Envy are still in it, ladies and gentlemen. 3-2 now. FaZe still lead, but Envy looking dominant in that last game.
To me, there was 2 key plays that won this game for Envy. The first one was within the first 10 seconds of the game, and that was Descendant playing very slow on the elbow side, baiting out those rockets. He read what Snakebite's opening play was going to be and used that against him to find an early kill onto those rockets. They got those rockets, they got early momentum. The second play also comes from Descendant that game. It was his traversal through the silvers to find a quick flank onto FaZe when they got set up over on the snipe side, to then find 2 players at the back turn towards him to get those big kills. And you know, it's not a secret at the end. Descendant had a massive game, 16 kills to his name, 3,900 damage. He felt like he was just getting the right timings. He was getting he's always in the right spot for his team, and he got some massive kills. Look at that accuracy from Piggy, 75%. That might be the most I've seen in quite a while.
That's yeah, very, very high. Low damage, low shots fired, but everyone pretty much had the same. Not a lot of kills to on the other end. It's live fire Oddball for game number 6. I'm sorry, and if Envy are able to get this, we might see a game 7 today, ladies and gentlemen. FaZe looking really solid. A couple of missteps here and there. We'll see if they can close this out, or if Envy will stretch it and get us to that game 7.
Envy, you know, the games that they've won, they've been dominant. Both the times. They had a 250-1 on strongholds. They staked them on Slayer. It feels like they've been very momentum based at the beginning of the game, getting the openings to work for themselves, finding early damage, and then keeping FaZe down. My concern for this is they're in a battle of attrition on Oddball. That's really not a reality on Oddball to play that way. They need to find a way to win in the trenches, to be able to battle back into a game.
There it is, the start of the game once again. Couple kills going on each side. Piggy versus Lucid. Beautiful shots by Piggy. Gets the double as well. That'll be ball. 3 down for FaZe. Snakebite the first player to spawn, I'm sorry, on that C side. They'll have a clean rotation with this ball towards A.
Man, if Descendant was able to hit that shot and get away with the camo, imagine. We'd be losing our mind, but either way, he's happy with having the camouflage. With Snipe FaZe, they are surging together. All of them just running to this ball. Trying to overwhelm with the numbers, and so far it's working. Those snipe shots lead astray. FaZe just so confident on that push. They send everyone at once. It works out. They overwhelm with the numbers.
Yeah, uncharacteristic misses by Descendant, but like you said, it's a bit overwhelming on the push, and beautiful job once again to stop Precision from getting any space. Snipe is in the hands of Penguin now. FaZe will tie it up in terms of ball time, but Envy comes swinging once again. They get 2 down. And they'll continue to go towards that A side, and they'll have this ball for themselves as well. I would assume a rotation towards B. That's exactly what Yaxon's doing.
That's really smart by Yaxon, just using that opportunity to get through. Piggy doing a great job of just acting as a distraction to let them through. And with FaZe going 2 down, what should have been sort of a play ball situation for Envy is suddenly turning into a setup. They're going to get a lot of time out of this. And if they win those fights on the left side, if Descendant finds those first couple kills, they could even try to rotate this out to Nest and try to turn this into a tower setup.
See if they're able to do that. That ball goes right back. Snakebite's going to get that trade.
Yeah, I think they try to do too much there. They try to rotate it back into A. I think you got to take what you were given and throw that ball off the map once that pressure came through. Once Descendant went down, you knew that you had lost that at perimeter. They thought that they were over, they had too many numbers on that side, so they tried to rotate it out, but FaZe cut it off. They are able to get a lot of time here just because Envy didn't play the ball. I mean, this is just a ton of time that they're able just to kind of squeak away for free.
Envy's gonna look for a push here. Ball is on the side of Camo. Camo is up though. It will be Envy with that first initial kill. That do get that Camo, but it's burned. Precision goes down. It's 4 dead for the side of Envy. Lucid, the last player alive. He'll get the spawns. Penguin's the first one to spawn. He's taking it away and going towards Penguin on that C side. This might be a tower side setup here for FaZe.
Ooh, Yaxon, good play by Yaxon. He's trying to make it chaotic. Love the opening play. He knows that there's not that many players on the map that he can just run through the middle. He creates an opening for Envy, and they're going to try and take advantage of it. Multiple players swarming to this attack, but they aren't getting the kills quite yet. Chaotic still, but one that favors Envy right now. They've been able to pick up this ball. Snake by snake.
Oh my lord, Trippy got the spawn too. Lucid drops the ball. 3 down for Envy. Incredible shots there. No shields, able to get 3 shots off, and that solidifies the setup.
Yeah, Snakebite was dancing. I love the live. I love the play. He just opened up a whole opportunity for FaZe there. They are able to get a little bit of ball time now, and Lucid cements it with the double kill of his own. Yaxon gonna force that play ball out. Ooh, Snakebite, he's gonna try to hit the rotation. He anticipates his rotation. Snakebite 1 step ahead of Envy. Snakebite now trying to, look at this ball rotation. This is so heads up. Snakebite getting time now.
Tools, do you know where you find that play in the stat sheet? I don't know where to find the play the Snakebite just made twice in a row in the stat sheet. I'm not sure, but it's being made, and it's, I mean, this has been massive so far. 56 points to Envy's 39. This is an opportunity now for FaZe to get control, but Envy, they're still pushing forward. They'll end up going down. It'll be Lucid with that sidekick making things happen with the double.
Envy trying to do their best to get a little bit of time here, but there's too many players of FaZe in all the different directions. They're not going to be able to hold this out at A. And for Envy, just don't go down 3 at a time right here, because if you do, FaZe is going to get a ton of time off this setup. Lucid on this long-ranging flank. It is coming through at the right time. Descendant Stipe misses. He'll go down. FaZe completely take care of Envy. 3, make it 4, and this is the worst-case scenario. Look how far away they're spawning. That ball was reset. They didn't pick it up in time. Tim, oh no, FaZe. They're there to get it in time, but man, it becomes a lot harder for FaZe since that ball got reset.
The double push on the bottom center. Ball rotation from Snakebite. Does it end up going down though? It's 3 down for FaZe. Envy just take a mistake and make the worst of it. Now they're able to get that ball. They have Camo as well, and they're holding ball on the cut side. Camo still in the hands of Piggy, gets a kill. That ball's still down, but FaZe hold a lead for now. We'll see what Piggy's able to do.
And for Piggy here, that ball's not getting picked up anytime soon. He's all about the bait, and FaZe isn't necessarily falling for it. They're trying to get everyone coordinated to their spots. The problem is Piggy, he's the unknown variable. He's going to be able to come in and becomes a factor right away. No easy solution for him, and yeah, wow, Piggy played it well. Similar issue though, that ball resets right when they get the 3 down. It's gonna make it a little tougher, but oh, Piggy! Nice shot from him, but
Penguin
got the ball. Penguin's
the ball rotation. B, they got the B spawns.
FaZe, how did they get in time here?
They got the B rotation. The ball gets played, and FaZe now punishes Envy in that scenario, but they are 3 down. Lucid was the last player alive. He ends up falling. Trippy's the first one to spawn. This is a setup now for Envy, and this is where things get interesting. They're going to lock this in.
It's a good play by Penguin, but you can't really cheat the process, and that's getting kills and getting time and getting setup. Envy eventually get that time back, and they will start to establish themselves a lead here, though. They've won those opening slays. They force a fairly early play ball, but as long as the sniper Descendant's on the play, he's dangerous. There we go. Finally cut down. Penguin, he doesn't have a lot of kills to his name, but he's certainly been making a lot of impactful plays this game.
Snakebite now on the screen. 1v1 versus Yaxon. Ends up backing up, playing his life there. Trippy's gonna get that kill. Snakebite will see another play here as he stays alive. Trippy ends up getting the trade. And now it's 2 down for Envy. An opportunity here for FaZe to push up. Snakebite doubles back to help his teammate out. Great shots on a Piggy. Piggy's still jiggle picking. Snakebite will take him out, and they'll control A. This time they'll grab ball in time before it resets, and they'll have an A-side setup.
This is where it's dangerous for Envy. Oh, okay. They're forcing out B-spawns here. They're aware of it, but FaZe needs to be careful. They need to get this lead and throw that ball somewhere that they can bait it, because this time is going to play a factor. With only 24 seconds to neutral time, and now FaZe just needs 1 round to slice.
This is so good by Trippy, though. Comes up the top center, understands the timing on the descendant. Can he get this kill? Oh, nice. My lord, is clean. 3 down, shoot the body. Piggy, the last player alive, and FaZe, with a couple more slays, should close out round number 1. But they try to force a rotation on the outside towards Camo due to the spawns happening on the C. Piggy the first one to fall. The timing is there on a Trippy. He'll get away, and this should be round number 1 for FaZe.
Yeah, really great job by FaZe at the end. I mean, they're so dominant in their slays that they weren't even forced to put down that ball. They're able to get it done in time. And this was huge from Trippy. It felt like this is what really solidifies the win. Him getting that damage in, then down to 1 shot. Boom. Just unbelievable from him.
Let's pay attention to the start, though, of round number 2. It is Trippy looking for an entrance here. Lucid's gonna fall. Trippy tries to put damage in, but now Precision has his location. Precision gets another kill somehow. Make it 3 as he jumps off the map. And unfortunately not gonna be able to get the 4th. And Descendant, he's gonna have that snipe. But that's 3 down for FaZe, and that's potential camo here for Descendant.
Momentum playing a factor there. Couldn't keep himself on the map. Descendant just able to get that kill, but it's FaZe that's getting ball time here. Lucid, in fact, there's no one really from Envy there to contest it. So while they're getting this camo, I think FaZe is pretty content with just working on the burns. They'll get that burn, and during all of that process, Lucid's just grabbing the ball and keeping it as far away from Envy as possible. This has been really heads up by FaZe.
And you see Yaxon there with that QT. That's going to showcase the B spawns. I would assume FaZe maybe look for a rotation on the outside. Trippy's going to get that kill. No, they don't need to. They're going to sit still. 2 down for Envy and an opportunity for FaZe to get more time.
I love watching professional play because of moments like this where they make a decision that I would never personally make, where that ball carrier is very isolated, where his teammates are all on the tower side. Usually the ball carrier rotates to them, but that ball carrier acts as bait because of the sniper and the positioning of those players of FaZe. They force Envy to push into the ball where they have those complementary angles, and they work back towards the ball carrier. That was really interesting to watch, and it's working out still for them. Envy has been struggling to just have numbers up on the map. FaZe is getting kill after kill. And with that Trippy, the only one alive, but he should be able to rotate this ball towards his spawners. That FaZe isn't going to stop getting time anytime soon, it feels like, if they keep getting these kills. Finally, Envy are able to overwhelm those numbers, but that was just really fun to watch from FaZe from just a macro standpoint.
Yeah, and after the play you broke down, Piggy made a huge play to get the trade on the ball carrier, and that's what really mixed things up. And it's still FaZe that end up getting ball time. They still end up getting that play ball. And now Envy. It seems like they're in control at this moment in time. They've got that ball side control on the A side. Descendant gets a big kill onto Lucid. That's a tough fight from top to bottom, and now the camo is open for someone to grab.
And that's why you get Descendant on your team. I mean, those are the X Factor plays that he's there to make. Kills that he shouldn't get away with, but not going to be able to get away with that count. QD from Trippy. He went flying back into the fight. Maybe too aggressive there as he went down, and Envy will be able to move that ball back to safety. The remaining players of FaZe too far up on the map to stop that ball from getting time.
They've got everything covered here. Lucid, though, he'll onto Descendant. It's going to be Precision that holds ball inside a small window. New sniper coming up as well. Precision having to take on 2 different players. Gets the first one. The second one onto Trippy. That was clean. The flicks towards the top, the double. There's clean shots out of him. And now Snakebite's got to try and answer back. He will do so with a nice clean shot onto Descendant. So A-side control, but Envy continue to push.
And with that, it's Snakebite knowing that he can't get to that ball anytime soon, just waiting for reinforcements to come. You know you win a gunfight cleanly when you wrap back for the challenge and you see them throwing a nade. That means you've completely thrown them off, and some big kills coming through and just catching players off with timing.
Yaxon, he's going to end up going down here, but it is 2 down for the side of FaZe. Trippy trying to make something happen. Snakebite cleans up that kill. Trippy gonna go on the beautiful flank route here. He'll get 2 and an assist, or 1 and an assist, but that's 3 down for Envy. The spawns come out onto C. This is a clean rotation over towards the A side. B is open though, and you see Envy. They're taking advantage of that. They're going directly towards B and top sandbags.
Envy gonna try to get pressure early on this ball, but it's gonna take a lot more than that to force them to play. Look how Trippy's playing his life. Finally, he goes down, but he bought enough time for Lucid to come back with the snipe, but too many players of Envy cracking through. They're able to find the multi-kills, and with that, some much-needed ball time. I'm curious about is they have an option to rotate B or solidify their setup at A. It looks like they're going to try to keep this in A for now as players from the B spawn start to wrap up on the map. And look how aggressive Precision and Yaxon are there. That's shocking to me, and it's working perfectly. FaZe, they did not expect that whatsoever. And look at the Koznev, like, that's a crazy play. Sorry, I know I'm losing my mind, Tim, but Envy, they might have just won the game off that play. Like, FaZe is going to have a really tough time to getting back to the ball.
They've got to take out the top tower player first. He goes down. Maybe a play ball, but like you said, a lot of set. Wait, no play ball. No play ball. It's a beautiful nade by Snakebite once again. Huge nade to allow. And once again, we see a play that was made that potentially is a win condition, but then another play that changes everything. And now it's FaZe with the ball in their hand on the back of B.
7 seconds differentiating these teams, but Envy winning the gunfights when they will matter most on that ball rotation. They'll be first to pick it up, and seems as if they're doing a fine enough job of reading out these spawns. They know FaZe is going to be stuck over on that camo side. Lucid, whoa, Lucid is flying at that ball carrier. Lucid gets the kill. Precision now stuck in between a rock and a hard place, trying to make his decision. He'll choose right though. Wow, big kill so far from Precision. He gets a double out of that situation. Wow, Precision's so impressive this game.
Yeah, that stick secured it. This should be the round here. Descending gets the kill onto Trippy. 2 down for the side of FaZe. Wait, did they get the A spawns, or is that potentially Lucid gets that kill? Snakebite tries to do something here on the pillar side, but this should be it. It should be the last 3 points going in for Envy, and it will be tied up in rounds. And now we go to round 3.
I think that round is won when Precision earlier in this round ran through with that pistol, and fitting that he gets that pistol to end those kills. But that's such an interesting play. The way that Envy were able to capitalize on their 4 downs. If they can find a situation like that again, like they seem to have that really well practiced.
Well, here we go. It's 3 down for FaZe right off the bat here. Penguin, the last player alive, wanted to try and get that ball, but had to decide between reloading that snipe and getting that rotation towards the B side. Unfortunately, it will be sniped down on the floor now, and it will be Envy that control the camo side of the map as well. But Snakebite, he's going to find the snipe in his hands. He's going to have a camo to deal with, and Descendant takes him out.
That Trippy trying to be just a little bit of a nuisance here. Naded himself. Oh, that's a tough situation. Had a QT to stay alive as he missed some shots, and the nade that he had left in the back is what ends up taking him out.
Oh, it is Envy now that score immediately in this round number 3. All of FaZe on the C side of the map. There is a player missing, though. It is Lucid. There he is, very forward, looking to create pressure, and all that space being created by him. Snakebite's going to be the one to go inside of A. Piggy not aware of it, maybe. We'll see, but that play ball does come out, and Piggy's still able to get value as he gets Trippy and gets traded out. It's 2 down for each side.
Envy very clean on the opening breaks thus far, but surprising lack of power weapon usage so far. It's going to be Snakebite that has a second chance with it, but Envy. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're bound to hit one eventually. They're just making the dirtiest shot in the round so far. Snakebite, what a challenge back.
Piggy, he has to just try and get a body on a Piggy, but at the end of the day, wastes a lot of ammo there. Not really able to, or not allowing Envy to get any of that in the hands of Descendant. It is FaZe that are 2 dead, though. Yaxon, the first one to die for Envy. Piggy pushing on the A side. And his ball on the back of B, so they'll get some time, and they won't play it until they are forced to, I would assume. Precision's trying to make them, force them to get that play ball off.
That's actually really smart by Precision. If he doesn't make that play and Snakebite stays alive, FaZe has a very strong setup. Instead, Envy able to eventually overcome, and now Descendant opting to play it. I don't mind that. He doesn't have the help to come, but I think he maybe could have baited FaZe a little bit further into that B space before playing.
Yeah, he had the spawns onto A, but decided for the higher percentage play. Piggy ends up getting a kill there. They'll have that camo side control.
FaZe needs to start picking up the pistol. That sidekick is a menace right now. Piggy gets the perfect shots, and Envy continue to look strong in this round.
Well, the play ball ended up working out for them. They get the slays. They get the rotation over towards the tower side. And we'll be FaZe once again. That's 2 down, and they're just constantly playing in a numbers disadvantage. The slays on the side of Envy are really picking up. And that sniper coming up, you know Yaxon's going directly for that with his camo in his hands.
It seems like they read the spawns as well. Too many players, though, from FaZe. Paralysis of choice. Yaxon not able to get the reticle onto that player in time. And if Envy forced to play a lot earlier than they probably anticipated off of 4 down.
Precision got 2, though. He's going to be on that key door side. Someone to pay attention to. That ball rotation comes out. Precision still holding forward here, hitting the shots as well. He finds the kill onto Penguin somehow. And he's continuing to force it forward. Yaxon's going to get that cleanup. The play ball immediately after, what, 2 points of ball time. And now Envy will pick it back up.
The Precision, like, I got to see what his stats are compared to everyone else on Livefire Oddball. I feel like he is a monster on this map. He's on pace to hit 50, potentially 60 kills, depending on how this final round shapes up. But Envy trying to close this out before he can hit any of those thresholds, because right now they have a very strong setup, and with Sniper in the hands of Yaxon in this high position, it's gonna be tough for FaZe to find their break.
FaZe are just having a hard time being 4 alive right now. Again, it's what Envy did in that previous play, just consistently pushing aggressively into the spawners of FaZe. Lucid ends up getting 1, I believe, before this. Gets another one onto Descendant. 4 dead for Envy, and finally FaZe a bit of footing.
Now with that, FaZe able to get that ball time, and Envy being 3 down, it's going to be tough for them to get to this ball early on. Coordinated push is going to be necessary here. FaZe getting that ball back to setup.
Yaxon gonna push towards that brute door. He's trying to find the break here, and this is where timing is everything, right? Yaxon finds the timing. The damage is out on the mud side. Yaxon's gonna find 1, gets the assist, and he'll have the play ball if he wants it.
What? That didn't go off?
They didn't get played. It hit the side of the wall. It will be on the map still, and now it's Descendant versus Penguin, and Penguin goes down, but they get the spawns on the brute side. Wait, ball's still down. They're not able to touch it.
This is all chaos, but so far it seems to be working in the favor of Envy. Precision getting away with camo. Precision got the kill as well. They just need 15 more seconds. Huge play by Precision at the camo. I don't know if FaZe has the time. They have to sprint.
Huge game by Precision. 46 kills out of the man. Penguin sprinting just like you said he had to, but it's not going to be enough. Envy, bring us to a game 7.
Precision, just fantastic slaying from him throughout that game. Felt like he came to life in round 2 and round 3, providing Envy the much needed juice to get this win, and that's a big one for them. They went to war against FaZe, and for the first time in the battle of attrition between these 2 rosters, they came out on top. They earned themselves a second chance, a game 7 Slayer to determine it all.
And this is a big deal. Kind of talking about the implications of this game. If FaZe are able to win this game 7 right here on Wednesday, they will play Shopify Rebellion for the number 2 seed. And if you know anything about seeding, that's an important seed to have going into that the Shopify LAN coming up on the 12th. So big implications here for FaZe. They need to win this if they want to play for that number 2 seed against Shopify.
Can we take a look at the damage over here?
Wow.
Oh, that's fun. 12.6K precision. Someone's got to make a statistical analysis of him on Livefire Oddball. I swear that he is the best Livefire Oddball statistical player. 75%, by the way.
I like to know. The choke on the tires is crazy. So Descendant said he's playing on 90 ping. Listen, man, I like, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll get to settle it on LAN next week, on the second weekend of September. So I'm excited to see how that pans out. But regardless, lots of big plays by both sides. Trippy, we saw this in round number 1. This is what secured that round number 1. Here's the beautiful kill by Trippy onto Descendant. Again, though, Envy are the ones that come out on top at the end of the day. And now we go to game 7. If we don't mind, I'd like to take a look at the series layout to kind of see how these other Slayers have gone to kind of paint the picture for everyone watching. The first Slayer, 50-48 in favor of FaZe. Very close on streets, but Origin Slayer, a very different story. Now we cut it in half and we go to Aquarius Slayer, one of my favorite Slayer maps. We'll see who takes this one.
But remember what happened on streets. Envy were in a strong position to finish out that game. FaZe, they were able to outplay Envy by having Penguin sit in that back corner, predicted out that flank, and from there were able to win that game. But so far, I think Envy has actually played the better Slayers thus far. I mean, they look fantastic on Slayer. It was up to FaZe to come up with a crucial win in that game too, and that was enough to earn them this game 7 here. But I would not be wanting to play Envy on Slayer. They are fantastic, especially online. The only problems I've seen from Envy on the Slayers is just on LAN. They hate game 5s. They hate game 5 Slayers on LAN. But I really feel like they're one of the best Slayer teams in the HCS right now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you do like this LVT Pro League in partnership with Shopify Rebellion, I don't know what the future holds, but your support goes a long way. Make sure you type !Zowie in the chat. Check out the website. Just looking at the website and doing a little bit of shopping, just looking around, will help us out a ton, ladies and gentlemen. And as this is the last official season of Halo Infinite, LVT, again, we don't know what the future holds, but everything you do to support LVT will make sure that the next year may be eventful. So once again, do your part as you've always done as the community, and support us on the way. Here we go though. Like I said, game 7, Aquarius Slayer up next. And if FaZe are to win this, they will play Shopify Rebellion for that number 2 seed on Wednesday. So very high implications here. And we've seen the Slayers, they're split in half. So this next one is everything. Not only that, $1,000 on the line for whoever's able to win this.
Aqua Slayer is also a game type that tends to swing, or snowball is another term that players like to use, just because how easy it is to manipulate spawns. Aquarius, one of those smaller maps. So what's mission critical for both FaZe and Envy here is to try to limit the amount of times that you go 3-4 down. That is oftentimes what swings the game in another team's favor. The other part, and probably this is the map that I think has had the most impact on, is that camo change. 45 seconds with camo now. It's 50% longer than it was pre-update. And on Aquarius, that camo is so deadly. Being able to maneuver through the middle of the map without being seen, getting yourself into those spots can be backbreaking to teams' efforts. Ensuring that you either burn or have camo in your control will be mission critical to either side.
Just want to shift gears real quick while we wait for this next match to go in. The best host in esports, Lottie, and a good friend with that sub. Thank you very, very much. And of course, we've got OG Krylon with a 5 gifted supporting the LVT community. So thank you very, very much for that. All of that support goes a long way, ladies and gentlemen. Gets us to events, allows us to do what we do here on LVT. So we appreciate all that support. Make sure you check if you have a Twitch Prime sub. Jeff Bezos doesn't need any more money. Let's take it from him. But regardless, the camo implications are huge. As we take a look at the replays, we get to see how the Street Slayer went. And this was honestly, again, that camo played a big impact as well. But this was the play by Penguin that changed everything. The double push on the purple side, not checking the corner. Penguin, very clean. Double kill to tie it up at 47. And then, of course, the rest went in the favor of FaZe. Just a beautiful Slayer. If that is any indication of how this game 7's going to go, I am extremely excited.
And it was really a game of chess at the end of that game too. That was so fun to watch because Envy purposely set up the play to be like that. They put a lot of pressure over on B, trying to bait FaZe into that push, and then they doubled up on purple to take care of the weak side to try to isolate out that player that was playing over on Cafe. Penguin just was one step ahead, was playing that deep corner, was able to find those 2 kills, and that really stopped Envy from winning that first Slayer in the series. And so far, I mean, we've seen how crucial that Slayer has been in this series. This one would be done if both those Slayers had gone to Envy. FaZe earned themselves a second chance at this game 7, And as we take a look, I mean, so far, this Envy team, I feel like it's getting better and better week by week.
Oh, yeah.
And Descendant had a fantastic Salt Lake City.
A 336 damage per life, 1.61 KD. I mean, all of their KADs, I'm sorry, were really high at Salt Lake City. Precision in this series in particular has really been impressing me, though. We talked about that Oddball game, but you know, someone who makes Precision their name, I mean, the guy does not miss whatsoever. It's just crazy to see a lot of the 1v1s he takes. You can kind of guarantee those, right? And that having a player you can be like, okay, I guarantee that is huge.
And, you know, Precision, I think, didn't have that great of a Salt Lake City in his mind. I think if he bounces back, their land looks better. The players that did step up big time for FaZe were the newest players to the roster. Lucid and Snakebite were fantastic at Salt Lake City. And that is where FaZe is getting scary, right? Adding these two players, for them to come in and to have these sort of bounce back tournament when they just didn't quite have a fantastic performance at DreamHack Dallas says a lot. I'll say, I mean, look at the damage dealt in particular. 378 damage per life from Lucid, 364 per life from Snakebite. Like, you just cannot buy that.
It's insane. It's insane. Every single life you're getting that much damage in is just nuts. But here we go, guys. Enough fluff, enough milking. We're getting into game 7. Again, high implications for this game, and the support's coming in. We appreciate it here at LVT, but it's time now to decide who wins the $1,000 prize. Is it going to be FaZe or is it going to be Envy?
Off the start, both teams knowing how important that camo is. It looks like Yaxon's going right for the grab. Yaxon, can he get away? Devilish was the way he pushed up. I cannot believe he went for that. That is just pure evil to get away with that camouflage that way. FaZe not even getting the kills off of it. Envy start out hot, 3-0. I can't believe Yaxon made that play.
It's the unpredictable plays that hurt the most, and Yaxon, he's going to set his team up for a 4-1 lead so far in this game. It's the last camo to work with. Can shoot the plasmas there, but Trippy's going to chow anyway. He goes down. Yaxon's still making use of this camo, and we talked about how important it was to get this on the Slayer games.
And so far, it is having good impact for Envy. They are not just held. Oh, Yaxon. That's a tough one. It's not even the corner. It's just you gotta know when your camo's running out. It just ran out right when he went down that stairwell. And that is the opening that FaZe needed. They found 3, make it maybe 4 unanswered kills. Trippy can find out. No, good job by Envy to stabilize for a second there, but man, that's tough. Like, it's just you can't let your camo dissipate as you're pushing.
All the info's there onto Piggy, but Piggy's got some friends alongside of him. Oh, great job playing his life there. Penguin ends up staying alive the entire time. It's a clean 3 dead out of Envy. And Lucid, he's going to find the last one alongside a Snakebite. All spawned coming on the yellow side of the map. FaZe are in control.
Well, that camo has completely been nullified. The impact it's had. Envy going 3 wide into the P side. Oh, that's a big kill on top mid. That might give Envy the confidence needed just to keep pushing forward.
That opens things up, and camo's coming up in 5 seconds, so something really important on the map here. Piggy and Precision both go down. Now it's Trippy. He's going to chase, very aggressive, and he gets taken out because of it. And now Envy, they'll have the top side control here in a moment. That kill onto Lucid and Trippy is huge.
Believe that burns the camouflage as well. As Envy, those final 2 players were down low, and FaZe went for it, but that kill traded on out. No camo impact this time around.
1 kill lead for Envy now. Descendant's gonna chow Lucid, decides to back off. Lucid hit some solid shots. 2 go down for FaZe, but Envy are on this fridge side, attempting to get towards top center. The play slows once again. This will be a big factor in this game. The pace of game just switching and changing at all points, and turns Trippy. My goodness, anticipates the reach out there, gets the clean kill. FaZe take the lead by 2.
Such an awkward spot there for Piggy. He went down, and now last alive for Envy, trying to get a trade, but Descendant, look at that red bar. He got every little bit he could. Piggy eventually cleans it up. That nade just splash damage did enough to get that kill. And Envy, what a quick answer back. That was a dangerous position from them. Getting that 3 down, massive for their team.
Well, the P1 spawns come out here for FaZe, and this could be good for them. I don't think Envy were expecting that whatsoever, but Piggy ends up staying alive. 4v4 on the map right now, and you see the pings coming out.
FaZe is in trouble. They don't have any spacing on the map, and Envy, if those flanking players of Descendant get through, they could cause so much chaos here. But FaZe, feeling that pressure, they start to overwhelm on the P side, trying to get some spacing back for their team. But here comes the flank from Descendant. He's looking to get good timing on a couple players.
Yeah, Trippy, he ends up overextending towards base, but realizes that he can't do that, so goes back towards the fridge side. He ends up falling, though. 3 members of Envy directly where he was, and Penguin, he's gonna fall as well. 20-21. Envy lead by 1, but they have control as they get the kill onto Lucid, and another. Ooh, no, Trippy. Big game Trip coming through once again with the kill.
Yeah, Trippy getting, I think, maybe a little lucky there. I thought that was close enough for a lunge, but you'll take luck at this point because Camouflage is up and FaZe has high ground for now.
Jump off, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised that no one quite went for this camo early on. Instead, Precision gets up to the high ground. Perfect nade timing from him. We'll get the first. This looks likely that Envy can get this Camouflage away. They just need a couple more kills.
Now the P2 presence is really strong, though. Snakebite up towards P2. Lucid now playing on the base, which, if he can stay alive here, will help FaZe secure this camo. You see no one really going for it. It's not safe just yet. But FaZe are going to get the first kill onto Precision, and now you're going to see them charge on forward. Penguin, he's going to get that camo, and he's going to stay alive as well.
That camo was picked up at the 21-second mark. That's 40 seconds that camo was up in open air in FaZe. The ones that get away with it makes you think that maybe Envy could have been more aggressive, try to get the burn, because this is the last case scenario that you wanted.
Well, Piggy somehow gets that kill onto Trippy. Jackson unaware. He's going to end up going down to no shield, but he still gets Lucid somehow. Snakebite, though, gets 2 kills in the feed. Penguin gets 1. It's going to be 3 down for Envy now, and FaZe will continue to have this lead by 2.
He was that last player alive for Envy, but you see how the spawns are basically on the same parallel between these two teams. They're all on this blue side right now. FaZe, they dealt with that pressure early, and looks like Envy are going to just give up on that play. They're going to completely move away from the map. They don't want to keep those spawns too close.
See the top control here, garnered by FaZe, and it'll be Piggy and Envy that try to push aggressively onto some of the damage that was dealt. Piggy cleanly gets that kill, down to half shields, ends up dodging a nade or 2, and he gets the perfect onto Snakebite with the battle rifle. Clean and solid out of Piggy. That brings them within 2, and Camo's up with them having top control.
FaZe is feeling forced to make a play. They see how they're flying up this B side with Camouflage coming up. They want to try to deny, but Envy's winning those gunfights. And while all that chaos goes down, Piggy has yet to die. Oh my, he is still getting kills here as he's just been a constant nuisance for FaZe to deal with.
Stays live on the fridge side. They spotted him, I believe. He takes a little bit of damage. Still healthy, though. Gets his shields back. Snakebite gonna play this intelligently, just play his life. And he gets the kill. The clean beatdown out of Snakebite puts them at 41. Now leading once again with 2 down for Envy.
Snakebite's 13-7. That's already great. He has 9 assists to his name as well. He is leading the lobby in kills, in assists, and has the least amount of deaths. Snakebite has come to life. This is MVP caliber for him in Game 7.
5 minutes remaining.
42-40 now. FaZe continue on here, but we saw a game this close in game number 2 of the Slayer of this series, and it went in FaZe's favor, but this is where everything matters the most. At this 40 kill mark, 40 plus, every play counts here. Precision going to try to make some sort of opening happen, but he'll get information on 2 players, and he's going to back up.
You could feel the tension. So much tension between these 2 teams. They are not trying to leave their spot. That Camouflage is going to be what breaks this tension, as when it comes up, both teams are going to have to make a play.
They find an opening onto that fridge side. You see lots of damage goes in. There's a lot of jiggle peeking happening here. Penguin trying to do something. Oh, whoa. Precision comes in to clean up, but Penguin turns around immediately. Descendant, though, gets the trade. It'll be Lucid that falls. Still a 2-kill lead for FaZe.
Precision, good play from him to get in that long-range shot, but they're not winning the gunfights. FaZe, they've gotten them 3 down. Precision's position's known. Piggy spawn, it gets caught right away. This is becoming just dire for Envy. The only thing that they have going for them is that Camo wasn't grabbed right away, but now FaZe is just 2 kills away, and they have Envy trapped in this base.
Yeah, they've got P2 control as well. Descendant gets a kill though, but there's that P2 player I was talking about. It's gonna be trippy. Lots of damage goes in. Lucid tries to capitalize on it, gets the double beat down, and that should be it. And it is. FaZe Clan are gonna win in your best of 7 over Envy.
Snakebite comes out big for them when they needed it. And that's the danger of this FaZe roster since they made their change. It feels like in these crucial moments, we're seeing that experience of Snakebite come in and make a big difference for this team. He finishes the game 14-8 with 14 assists. That is a hell of a game. That is brilliant. And I mean, look at the damage dealt as well. It's him and Lucid, right? The 2 newest players to FaZe that came out big for the team.
It's crazy. It's like all the Snakebite hitters just don't know ball. I'll go out and say it, man. You know, the guy comes to play when he needs to. And now the implications are that on Wednesday, FaZe versus Shopify Rebellion, that series, that best of 7, is to find out who gets the number 2 seed. So very exciting day on Wednesday. And of course, don't forget, we have tomorrow as well. So I'm just excited all around. The last week of the LVT Pro League in partnership with Shopify Rebellion before the LAN. Of course, that comes up in the second week of next month. But goodness me, what a great best of 7 that was.
And right now you can see that that 4th seed is largely going to be determined tomorrow. Envy has that tiebreaker against Space Station Gaming. If they're able to defeat Complexity tomorrow, they should be able to get that high seed there. And that'll be a big difference maker in the bracket at the LAN, right? Having those high seeds is going to be very important for these teams, as it can largely determine who you play at the start. You definitely don't want to be playing against the 3rd seed. Let me tell you what, you definitely want to be in that 5th, 4th spot as coming into the bracket.
Man, what a exciting day. Gosh, Halo is such a good game. So much fun to watch. And again, another look at the stats there. 14 assists, only 8 deaths out of Snakebite. And yeah, I mean, just goes to show it's just like, I don't know. It's that game 7, very different. You saw the minute they got any sort of just an advantage, FaZe at the very end of the game just took it and ran with it. It just shows how some of these matches snowball. 4,900 damage as well out of the man, and what a solid way to end it there. And I'm just glad, and gotta give a shout out to the competitors. I'm just glad we're able to see game 7.
I can't believe it. Snakebite got that trade there. It's tough. It's a tough spot for Piggy because he wants to get that kill, but I think he does need to wait a little bit for his teammate there. But that's where Snakebite, and that's like the current meta of professional Halo, is keeping your life as long as possible, right? Forcing players to make a play rather than giving it to your opponents.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is the end of today, but tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, like I said, don't be late or you're fired. We've got Envy versus Complexity. And this is going to be an interesting one, of course. It's going to be that 5th and 6th seed. And I'm excited to see how this one pans out, Tools. Goodness me, I mean, Complexity are such a solid roster. And at the end of the day, you know, Envy just got done playing a match today. So they're going to feel kind of warm tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a fantastic match. I'm excited to see what Envy's able to do. They've been having probably some of the most competitive games through and through. Feels like they're the team that's always like at least making things go game 6, game 7 when they can. I'm very excited for that match. If you want to stay in tune, you know, follow the Twitch channel. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube. Only 40% of people that watch this on YouTube right now actually subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, double check it. So you can stay tuned with everything that's happening in the Pro League, because we have games all week long. And hey, if you want to even be more involved with what's happening here at LVT Halo, do a little exclamation mark newsletter in the chat for me. From there, you can sign up for our newsletter at join.lvthalo.com, but that'll give you a weekly email blast of what's happening in the competitive Halo universe, where you can watch your streams, what drops are going on. Like, hey, if you want to stay involved with competitive Halo, the newsletter is one of the best ways to do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a fun day today, but we've got to call it over, at least for today. Like I said, be back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Envy versus Complexity. They play for $1,000 in a best of 7. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sitting under moonlight, checking your physique. I don't think I could want you anymore. Chilling with your girl, I'm jealous that I can't just run over and take you on the floor. And I don't wanna trust nobody. I know it's never worth the pain, but I can feel your eyes run down me, and all my sense just to the deep abyss I'll go. Stay off my radar cause I never miss. Yeah, everybody knows. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm dead in the land of the living. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm dead in the land of the living.
Snipe. Enemy has the ball. Double kill. Killing spree. Double kill. Enemy has the ball. Enemy has snipe. Double kill. Reversal. Enemy has the ball.
Across the open, one day it's fate alive for you. And when they sing, it's
Snipe.
their breath for nature's trace. Live again.
Killing spree. Snipe. Snipe. Killing spree. Double kill.
So we're shining the land unseen from island to island for the one missing piece.
Killing spree. Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill.
So dark,
Killing spree.
clouds are riding
Double kill. Killing spree. Snipe. Stake. Double kill.
All we had, all we loved,
Enemy halfway to victory.
all in time to speak of us. Heaven knows at least that
Enemy
we
has the
tried.
ball. All wrong. Enemy has the
All the multi little things, 'cause we all forget the better days. Laying on repeat in my mind.
double kill.
We see the world in a cold light. It isn't much, but it's all we need. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place. We push away 'cause it's all we needed.
Double kill. Double kill. Enemy has the ball. Enemy has the ball. Double kill.
We see the world in a cold light. It isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place. We push away 'cause it's all we needed. To control and
Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Snipe. Overkill. Killing spree. Flag returned. Double kill.
The way that you make me feel
Double
like I've
kill.
never been felt before. In your eyes, I found that one I've been waiting for. I'm feeling electric. My love is electric. The way that you make me feel like I've never been felt before. I'm feeling electric. In your eyes, I found that one I've been waiting for. I'm feeling electric.
Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Killing spree. Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Snipe. Snipe. Killing spree. Triple kill. Double kill. Snipe. Snipe. Double kill. Killing spree. Double kill. Enemy has snipe. Double kill. Reversal. Enemy has the ball. Enemy has the ball. Snipe. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
you gonna do?
Enemy flags returned.
Can't get my head on my shoulders. Feels like I'm losing myself. I still see your shadow on the wall. Like I'm living in hell. Touchdown in a new place, try to escape your poison. And I hate that I miss a mistake. I'm tired of your ghosts, but I do wanna run away.
Double kill. Double kill.
I can't believe I fell for all of it and it was a show. I know it's toxic, but it just don't feel right letting you go.
Double kill.
But you play a game, I can't escape. I'm caught up in the middle. You're running
Double
through
kill.
my head, and all the
Killing
things you
spree.
say, I wish I could forget you.
Snipe. Enemy team nearing victory.
To breathe the light, living in the dark. Take your time, we'll meet again. Just speak your truth, hoping it's a lie. You can't sleep, so why